manifesting here, and you get a nice good look at my forehead. I'm on vacation here at a cabin with SP. It was her idea to say we should go live. So I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna work the grill, okay? And that food probably burned by the time I set this up. But if you have questions, drop them as always. We'll talk manifesting, we'll talk life, we'll talk good times. And if you got nothing to do this Friday night, come hang out with us, have a drink, light a cigar, and enjoy your Friday night. Um, it was her idea, and I think it's a good idea too, just to hang out and you know keep your mind busy if you got nothing else going on. And get bit by watch me get bit by mosquitoes. Drinking nothing hard right now, but welcome in. The food's gonna burn. I'll be around, but it's Q&A. I'll come back when she gets out here. She can watch the chat and relay the questions. But she said some stuff that I thought was very important. I mean, I'll leave this one up for people to watch after, but it's really not going to be anything too potent in there, I think, unless I just clip out the parts I think that are important. She did say something important for manifesting earlier, um, but here she comes now. If you guys like it, I'm going bananas today. Hey, all right. I'm gonna check the food because I probably burned it at this point. Oh, also we're live, just like you said. Oh, and I knew it's Inked. What's up, Inked?
Hi.
We're here. We're live. Um, I'm gonna light this in a second and check the food, make sure I didn't burn it. But I said you could watch the God bless Going Bananas. God bless you too, Bart. Thank you for all the positive comments and always being in there. Uh, hey, Inked, what's up? What you up to tonight? Let us know. This is a thing where we can hang out and all just chill.
Did you show him the whole view though?
Oh, I
Before
didn't.
anything.
I didn't actually. Here, look, we could. All right, so
Yeah.
here's our cabin that we're in. Just trying to turn it. Doesn't really turn that good, but it turns better.
I think you're gonna have to grab like the tripod or
No,
something.
no, no. Hold on, I'm stupid because no, don't ever say anything negative about yourself. There's
Oh,
the
there you
cabin.
go.
Yeah, I had to loosen it. That's the inside, and then loosen this again. I'm sleeping tonight. Hey, that's fine.
It's Friday.
And then we're out
Friday.
here in a little lake, so we'll leave it where we could move it around. You finally made it to the cabin. Yes, I did. That was a long ass ride. Hold on one
What? How
second.
much?
Let me
Like
check
3-4 hours?
3 hours and 38 minutes. Okay, these are probably definitely done.
Not really. Just leave them up there
Just
for a
leave 'em?
bit. Yeah. You could put
She
the.
knows more about grilling than me. Remember, she's older than me, so she's got more life experience. I'm a young boy who's now finally becoming a man. When they tell you, this is how you know you've gotten old, when they tell you, son, no more playing in the water. You have the tools, and you have now become a man, my son.
Yes. Don't
Let's see.
burn the food, please.
Okay.
Did you just?
What did you want to do? You want to cook these onions?
That's till later.
Oh, okay. Later?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could put the meat.
Yeah, I'll do the beef because I like beef. And then if you want, you could watch the chat.
I'll put this here.
That's for all the food that's done already, right?
Yep.
These are going to cook fast, I can already tell. You could watch the chat if you want. And then
So he's a young one. He's trying to learn. Teach him. My father is the old school one. So he's the one who's going to mainly teach him. This is just part of it. This is the easy. This is the gas grill. The one that's hard is the one with the
coals.
With the coal.
That's the one I grew up with. Well, my dad cooked
No, my
on it.
dad too, but my dad loves doing both.
Yeah.
So he knows both. And but yeah, I think he's the main man to do that. Which for Mother's Day weekend, we're actually gonna do a cookout for my mom. So my dad's basically gonna teach him because my dad he's like a grill lover. So yeah, he's gonna learn.
Gonna learn today.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you go in the chat and you could scroll up if you want. I don't know if anyone said anything or if they got questions or if they wanted to chat. You could see what
Ing
they said.
says the coal tastes better, which it does. It really does. You know what it tastes better? The wood.
I've never tried it on wood before.
With the wood?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it tastes really good. It tastes way better than I think it tastes way better than the coal.
What I like about this too, like I said, this is her idea to go live. I didn't even think about it. Usually whenever we do the trip, I kind of like fade away whenever there's a trip or anything. So what I like about this though is like when I was on my journey and like we were split up and stuff and I was feeling bad and I was trying to figure things out. There'd be Friday night and there'd be nothing to do. So maybe that could be the unique thing about this channel. Not every Friday, but occasionally we can do this. Yes, truth, smoked wood, yum. Charcoal tastes better. It's 1 a.m. here. Nice view. Oh damn! I
Wow,
forgot, Bart.
that's
Bart, you're in the UK. I forgot, right? I don't know. Well, what country are you in? I know you're in Europe.
yeah. I don't know. Europe is it?
He's in Europe.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, it's a totally different.
I saw his comment, but I didn't get to get back to him the other day.
Yeah, 1 in the morning is really like late.
Yeah.
So that you would have to like say if you go live at 1 in the morning, it'd be daytime by him.
Yeah, I'd have to go in the middle of the night for the people in Europe who watch
Yeah.
to get the content, which I'm not opposed to because I don't sleep really. So
But anyway, so we were actually. Should we mention something about Nick and Lee's live or something?
oh yeah, if you guys want to watch, I mean, I used to promote it back before we had our last split.
Yeah.
I was promoting it in here for them, but if you guys want to watch, we have a TikTok and a
That's-
YouTube.
It's mostly on TikTok.
It's
But I
mostly on
heard-
TikTok, but I haven't posted.
But actually, I heard that TikTok is actually gonna be banned now
That's what they
in
said.
9 months.
That's what
So
they said.
for-
Well, we'll promote it there. We'll do as much there, but I like YouTube platform better than TikTok anyway. So even if I know Inked, that's a sign. If it is really going in 9 months, Inked, you need to get all your videos over to YouTube.
Oh, at least like linked it to like the YouTube, because a lot
Yeah.
of I heard a lot of people are actually doing that now.
Yeah,
They're linking it to other website now before it actually shuts down.
and then we have a what's it? What's the other thing we do? Instagram. There's an Instagram too, but I'm giving her all the login stuff because obviously my focus is this Mystic channel, and when I do the comedy stuff, me and her just do things. She's better at filming it. Sometimes I'll film some stuff too. But if you guys want, it will be like she'll probably be running a lot of that if she's up for it.
Bart, I think Bart asked a
What'd he say?
question.
What do you say?
I can't see.
Oh, you could scroll up there on the bottom.
Okay, he says, "Have you ever been in Europe, Nick? If so, have you been Have you been to Netherlands?" It says.
No, I've never been to Europe and never been to the Netherlands. I don't know why I'm shouting. I just realized I have the microphone on my chest.
Yeah, I don't know either.
No, I've never actually been there.
Try to turn the kebabs, babe.
Yeah. Hey, tell me about this though. Is this that looks good to you, right? Because these are gonna cook fast. These little meats.
Turn this. Did you turn this one?
I didn't
already?
turn the chicken yet. It's all sticking. Watch out. It's like shooting.
You know what I'm gonna think? I'm gonna grab the aluminum foil
Yeah. To
because
put on
that's
all this.
sticking really bad.
Yeah. Guys, we're having some technical difficulties on the food over here.
Some grill difficulties.
Yeah, we're doing that, but no, Bart, I've never been to Europe before. It's on my list. Netherlands sounds cool. I'm half Italian, half Irish. I would like to go to both of those if I get the chance. When I get the chance.
Here we put a little bit of
I'm just-
foil in there,
Yeah.
and then put
Well, hold on.
the meat in there, but poke holes on it.
What do you mean? Poke
Like-
holes in this stuff and then.
Yeah, okay, we could do that too.
Oh, I didn't know what you're telling me to do.
No, that's fine. Set it down.
Okay.
Put like another hole
And
in there,
then put the
and then put the chicken on top of
chicken
it.
on top of here. Yeah. Let your
Yes.
hand hot. Let me get that out of there.
Really?
Yeah, it's burning me, and I'm a pretty tough guy.
You're talking to a Mexican right here.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know we flip tortillas in the.
Yeah, I seen you. That's wild. You need to be careful with that. But you know, I got this. I'll throw it on the aluminum. Say aluminum for the cat.
And I can aluminum, aluminium,
Oh, my friend says it like that too.
aluminium.
I like that.
The aluminium.
Aluminum.
Yeah, it's sticking really bad in there.
Yeah, it is. I've never seen that happen before, and I think it's because I had to heat up too much.
Yeah.
It burned it onto there.
Yeah, just put it up on top of there. Yeah, it's better to just do it on the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I could there do it like that, and then hold on. Hold on. Don't do it. That's hot.
It's
Here.
not that bad.
No.
It's
Watch out.
okay.
You're gonna burn
You
yourself.
gotta go in there,
All right,
babe.
I'm gonna answer the chat.
Yeah, go in there.
You handle the grill. I'm answering the chat.
Oh yeah, woman. Like, it's a
Yeah.
woman deal with this.
Still subscribed to Nick and Lily. I knew you were going to be back together. There you go. I never felt pain till. Wait, you never felt pain till you get chancla. LOL.
That's true.
And then you know what? While we're out here, she does not like me when I smoke, but these ones have flavor.
That's why you
Nightcap.
cough a lot.
It's not why I cough a
You be
lot.
like,
Chat, tell me about it. Post nasal drip causes chest congestion. They'll go, especially like while you're doing it, and then you're like trying to clear your throat. Tell me if anyone else has experienced that.
Hardly ever. Just you.
Postnasal drip, not smoking. Cigars, go in here, sit in here, go out of here. They don't go past there. They
I
don't
know.
go into your throat.
I don't know. You cough for a reason.
Yeah, because of
All
postnasal
the
drip.
time.
Lately, for the past couple weeks, no. Mm. Yep, that's a good excuse. Keep saying that affirmation. There you go. That's where it comes from. And I don't get sick and I don't need doctors and I'm always good.
Oh, you have not been to a doctor actually.
I haven't been a doctor since I was like 17 or 18.
Exactly.
No, I went to a doctor when I saw my pec, but only because I got forced to go.
Mm.
The Lord allows it. You know what?
What?
I don't have a lighter out here. You man the chat.
Oh my goodness. He's all over the place, guys.
I wonder if they could hear me talking when I go in there.
I think they can.
I'll say something. You monitor them, but you maintain the chat.
Well, I mean, I can't hear, but I'm sure they will hear you.
Yeah, let's see. Well, anyway, guys, so she probably can hear me. I'll follow you feedback.
He forgot the main
She
important
said
part, guys.
that
the lighter,
when we were
other
broken
than the
up,
cigar.
she goes, "I was trying to forget you, but I really couldn't forget
So,
you."
anyways,
She goes,
earlier
I just want to friend
I was trying to teach him how to dance a
or
cumbia.
just not be with him at all. She was, but I couldn't
He was
forget
a
you on
good try,
my
though. It
life.
was a good try.
And it was something she didn't even really say that
But
on the
he needs a
live.
little bit more work, though.
She told me before in person.
We were trying
so we're gonna get her
bachata. We're trying to
hear it right
cumbia,
now.
salsa. I don't know. I think he
can't
probably
find
might do a little
the
bit better
lighter.
on cumbia, a little bit.
It's
But
not
that
good.
the turns and stuff
there
like
it is.
that, need a little bit more practice. But I'm glad he did try, though. I can't lie about that.
Were
Did
you
you
talking
find
the whole
it?
time?
Huh?
Were you talking the whole time?
Yep.
Oh, good. So was I. Can anyone say how that chat was where I was talking the whole time and she was?
I couldn't hear. Audio is good in between, he says. That's good. So he did hear you when you
that
went all
is.
the way over there.
Let's see. Never felt pain until you get that time. I am off nicotine 8 months, off weed for 3 months, and I'm never going back. I save cigars for after marriage. There you go. Audio is good, by the way. Thank you. Yes, we can hear. We heard Lily. You're talking at the same time. So you guys did hear us talking at the same time. Well, anyway,
Trying to make this
did any of it make any sense? Let me know what Ink. Can we get a recap on what was said on her end and then on my end?
It looks like the thing is kind of want to go off a little bit. The gas.
The gas turned off?
No, it looks like it wants to. Okay, you know what? Maybe it's in the max. I think the gas is almost out.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. So if anything, we could save the chicken for tomorrow. Maybe it's because I had it running for so long.
No, it's already off.
It is off. It's out of gas.
We could switch it to maybe that one.
This one is done, I think.
How do you know?
Oh no, it's full.
Should we try it again?
Well, I mean, we could wrap these up, put these in the.
I don't know, babe. We should try these again.
Or for worst case, we could cook those in the kitchen.
Try the thing again.
Oh, this?
Uh-huh.
And you got that open all the way,
Yeah,
right?
it's open. Yeah, it's open all the way.
Yeah, it definitely ran out because I put them all on.
Feel it.
Yeah, I put them all on max.
So does that feel heavy? No, the gas
that
tank.
feels heavy, yeah. No, it's full. It's full.
So maybe we could switch this
we
to
could switch them, yeah. Someone's calling you. Just tuned in. What's up, John? How you doing? If you want to take your call, you could take this thing and leave it out here so you can have your personal call. When it was your family. Oh, yep. I'm gonna have to switch out these gas tanks.
Hello?
Hold on.
Hello? Hello?
You got it off? Yeah, I don't know how to turn that off. Interesting stream. I'm doing great as always. Looks like you're having fun. Yeah, I just she brought up the thing about we could do a live stream. And she wanted to do it, so I thought it would be a good idea too. And because she said something interesting earlier today in terms of manifesting. So I'm like, you know what? I think it would be a good idea to do that stream. Um, I could hear on your end, just tuned in. You have to switch the tanks and light it, switch tanks by the connector too. Thank you. Channel interrupted. I will be doing that in a second. Usually, whenever I change them, I always have my channel locks. So hopefully, I'll just be able to do it with my hand. Well, I'll say the thing. I don't know. She's on a phone call with her family right now. I'll say this. So earlier today, we were down over there by the water, and totally going to need to kick in the butt when you get back, Nick. I got a gut punch today. Oh, you got a gut punch today? Then I will have to send you a message later on. I had a dream about being back with SP a couple nights ago, confirming to me that my sats are working. What are your thoughts on dreams like these? So everything has the meaning that you assign it. So if you believe that that dream is a good sign and it's a sign birds before land and all that stuff like that, then it is. If you don't believe it, then it's not. So everything only means whatever you think it means, right? So let's say you have a nightmare, like we're in Michigan in a cabin. So let's say you have a nightmare, right? And you think, oh, it's a bad sign, something's gonna happen. No, it's not. It's just a sign. It's just something that happened. It's just an event, goes in one ear, out the other. Just imaginary, leave it alone. If it's a good dream, you say, okay, my subconscious has been impressed, things are working out. And I'll give you the success story that came to me. Like I said, everything you ever wanted to hear will always be told to you. So earlier today, I'll give you a little visual. We're down there by the water, right in this area over here. And she tells me, she's like, and all the times when we were split up and everything, and I was mumbling this when I was over there, all the times we've been split up, she goes, I wanted to forget you or just be friends with you and stuff like that. But she goes, but I couldn't. There was something about you that just kept sticking in my head. I was telling that story. You could tell it from your end. I'm going to shut that gas tank and then do this.
Okay, tell him what.
You could tell about the time when we were split up, you were trying to forget me or friend zone me or anything, but you couldn't.
Oh yes, we were actually talking about this
That's
morning.
why I thought it was good to go live when you mentioned it.
Yeah, we actually had a little conversation this morning. This beautiful view right here. We were out there. We were like literally out there. Right there. Very peaceful out here. And we were just talking and just having a good conversation, and we're like, you know what? It's crazy how things are, because I was telling him that I have known people in my life for so many years that I just like forgot about them. Like I never like thought about them or anything like that. And when it came to him with Nick, it was just like I don't want to lose him, but at least be friends. But it was so hard because he didn't want to be friends. He wanted to be more than friends, because it's like, oh, it's not gonna work out. I'm like, but yeah, but I don't want to lose you or whatever, because we have so many good times, good moments, and we have done so many things together that it's hard to just let that person go, even if the relationship didn't work out, or whatever relationship we have or we had back in the day. you know it was good. We always had fun. There was no blunt moments when we were together, except for like the other issues. But it was like, I don't want to lose this person, but then it's like, you don't want to be friends. So it was a very complicated decision. And I was telling him, okay, let's be friends. At first, he was okay with it. But I guess it just comes to that when you don't want to lose that person. But it gets kind of confusing, because you want to be friends with that person because you have feelings, or you don't want to lose that person because, you have really good memories with them. So it's kind of like, I don't know, very confusing to me as well. But it's crazy because I have known people more than him. I know him for like, 3 years, right?
Almost, yeah, about 3 years. Oh, it's 3 years.
On and
Yeah,
off.
it was 3 years the other day.
And I have known people more than 4, 5, 6 years, and it's like, whatever. I just disappeared on them. they disappeared, and that was it. But when it came to him, it was like, oh my God, I'm like, I just cannot want to let him go. And then it was like, okay, what am I gonna do here? I'm stuck because I didn't want to lose him at the same time. But it's like, you know what? I just came to a point that is like we try to figure things out, and it was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's like just try to see what we could do and just go so far and see what happens. But so
Mhm.
far it's been really good actually.
Yeah, and it was the whole point of it was people are like, oh well, when you're
Did
doing
your number?
yeah turned on, it's like I can't I turn it so tight by hand.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a little hiss, so I'm keeping my cigar over here.
No, it's fine.
Quickly, like I said, I grew up without these. Um, but the whole point of it, but the reason I was thinking about that too was, you know, um, there was a bunch of spiders over there, and I think I got bit. Ink knows how I feel about spiders too.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, do
yeah.
I know?
Yeah, you know about them too.
Should I just shut this off, these two off,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
have
might as
these
well
three,
conserve it. Yeah.
and then just have these two? I think it's better.
Yeah, and then so the thing I was thinking was like when she said that means it confirmed that through all of our breakups, through everything we are going through, I was sitting around every night going to sleep as if she was sleeping with me. I was doing my affirmations, I was doing everything, but on my end, I'm falling apart, picking myself up, trying to become the best version of myself, pursuing my dreams, pursuing my goals, doing this channel. But then when everything fell apart after I already had her, it was like, okay, what happened? Ink is the one who pointed out, Nick, your mental diet is fucked. That's what happened. And then it's like, yeah. So I had to come back. I had to realize things. And then I realized today, everything here, look, we're going to get a money shot and make some money on the channel. Thumbnail. But anyway, the point is, if you imagine it, they're feeling it. Thought transmission is real. I used to imagine her and her best friend talking about me, and her best friend telling her about what a mistake she made for leaving me and what happened.
Which it really did happen.
It did happen. I used to imagine that scene. I used to imagine you telling her about how the times at the beach, which was one of our only dates that we had at the time when we first met, but it wasn't even that eventful. We did other cool shit. And I used to imagine her telling you about that when I ran into her at the gym. She goes, she talks about that time at the beach a lot lately. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking about that a lot lately. And now she's thinking about it. It means everyone's you pushed out, everyone's connected.
Yep.
Okay, let's see.
Which is really cool because we just thought about that though this morning when we were talking.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird because it's like, oh my God, this is like, it's like something that makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
like how we were like, it's like you're thinking about that person even though like
Power off.
even though you don't want to, and it's just there, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
so guess somehow you're calling that person from like in your mind somehow. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's kind of
it is. It's
weird.
It's like that's where,
Unexpected too.
yeah, and it comes at weird times, right? Where you
Mhm.
start feeling them. Yeah, and I've noticed this too. I would say I've noticed this in myself, and maybe you've noticed it with other people too, but it's not strong enough like to
Mhm.
do anything. Where it's like I've noticed a few times where it's like a certain girl who, like in our breakups and stuff, the women who I met, they'll pop in my head randomly, but I didn't give a shit about them as well. I'm like, what?
Right.
But then I'm like, that means you're prolonging. I got a big mosquito bite. That means that they're prolonging thinking about me. But it was in a desperate state because it's like I don't want to be around you, but I don't know why you popped in my head.
Mhm.
But with you, it was like, okay, you're finding reasons to want to be with me after all this stuff
Mhm.
because I'm keeping my mind dominantly positive. It's called thought transmission,
Mhm.
which proves we're all connected. And if I think something, it's like you ever like so many times with people too, like you say something and then they're like, I was just thinking that because you
Mhm.
guys are on the same wavelength.
Mhm.
The telepathy, yeah, she got it. Um, channel interrupted. We're in Michigan. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Thank you. Yes, this is a
It
nice
is
view. Yeah.
beautiful. We seen swans earlier.
Oh yeah, they're gone
A
now.
bunch of swans. They're gone already. But you know what else we were trying to do? We're trying to use the boats.
Oh yeah.
But thing is that we're kind of like scared to kind of flip over.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's
we're
the
like,
thing. The
oh,
kayaks are.
let's not even try it.
Yeah, I don't see the kayaks turning out too well for us. But they got a
No.
paddle boat. But I've been on a paddle boat once when I was a kid, and I just know that if one person's pedaling faster than the other person, then it's going to turn all the way this way, and then you have to like coordinate it. And I remember we getting sunburned to hell like when I was a kid. Me and my
Mhm.
dad and brother trapped on one out in the middle of the lake.
Mhm.
Took forever to get back to shore. I was wondering if I should keep persisting about SP and stats or continue to do the imaginal scenes since the subconscious is already imprinted with the scenes. If you should continue the imaginal scene. Well, Bart, it's the whole point of all this stuff too is you're doing it because it. I'm just making sure none's burning or off fire. You're doing these things because they make
now
you
it's
feel
cooking.
good. It's cooking. It's cooking with gas, literally.
Now it's cooking.
You're doing all this because it makes you feel good and impresses your subconscious. And the more you tell yourself, okay, good, I had the dream, then you're gonna have more dreams like that. If a nightmare pops up, it's the logical mind trying to fight it. But it's like I always say in all the videos, if I can do it, you can do it. There's no difference between. I'm not some special. I call it mystic, but the only reason the channel is called Mystic is because Neville was teaching this stuff years ago, teaching that the true interpretation of the Bible was, what do you call it, like a textbook on manifesting. And Neville was teaching all this stuff a long time ago, and they used to call him the Mad Mystic on 48th Street. So it was like an insult that they were throwing at him. So I took the name for Mystic Manifesting, and then I didn't intentionally make it where my nickname was going to become the Mystic. I always say, this is Nick with Mystic Manifesting, and everyone just starts calling me Mystic or Mystic Nick. So all of a sudden, then that became my nickname. So I've become what I had embodied, I guess. Well, I'm only drinking Mikey's because I don't want to get fucked up while we're doing a live stream. Let's see. Shall I man the grill now?
I think I'm doing the manly grill, guys.
Yeah.
I'm doing the manly grill.
Yeah. Let me kick back and hit myself with a fan. Like, oh, baby, is it done? I'm hungry. I'm famished.
You're gonna learn a lot when you're with an Hispanic person somehow. Old school. I learned from my dad, so it's old school. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That was. I was trying to aim it that way.
Mm.
That's the thing. I have to be over here. You switch sides with me.
Mm.
You go on this side because I think the wind's taking it this way.
Mm.
That's like the thumbnail blowing smoke in your face.
Man.
We also have a video of us dancing and stuff, but we'll put that up on the Nick and Lily page. We would play the music in the background, but what do you call it?
I don't know.
It's
They're gonna kind of
they're gonna flag me, but they might flag me for this, or they might flag us for that, or they might flag us for cooking. Who knows?
Nowadays they be flagging anybody for any stupid little thing.
You get banned all the time. Like you're gonna have to have. I got 4 TikTok accounts, but they're all for different things. But they could be backups for the other ones when it goes bad.
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
You could use that for something else.
Yeah, they ban you just for spreading positive messages. TikTok caught me right away the last time I went live.
What was the reason they
As soon as I did this, it was the same lighter and everything. I went like this. I went, and I look over at the corner of my eye. It was a red note on the screen saying you've been banned for harmful activities to yourself or something.
How?
And saying it's killing me with the cigars.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy how your relationship has changed since the beginning of the channel. Yeah, exactly. It's the beginning of the channel started with me saying like, I just made a few videos that I thought would help people about the torn chest. I think I did one about the torn chest.
You always do that.
The stuff with me and you, which that's why it's like I probably still have weakness in the chest because I have a little attachment to that story still. But manifesting the ring, manifesting her, and then like a few other things that I thought would help people. And then I stopped making videos because she came back into my life, and that was around that time she tried to friend zone me, and then we wound up like kind of just becoming something. And I thought we were fully official and everything like that because it felt like it, and we were going good. And I thought there would be no mishaps, but I kept having all these hangups. And the only person who I really talk to regularly on here is Inked since that time. Like Inked, she was the one who kept me around the channel when I first started.
That's good.
She sent me an email because I only had an email.
Thank you, Ink.
Yeah. She sent a message. She goes, "You shouldn't quit the channel," because actually, if she didn't tell me that, then all this wouldn't have been documented. And then I became obsessed more with like learning about the stuff. And,
but I always told you though, every time we got into arguments and stuff, I always told you I'm not going to stop you from doing anything.
Well, this channel was directly kind of related to me being with you. Like that was.
But at the end of the day, I always told you, even since we first met, I told them I feel like, you know,
we're all in this together.
Even if a relationship or whatever relationship we have, I feel like in this world, it doesn't matter who it is. I feel like in this world, people should actually push each other to do better. You know, and a lot of people like in this world is hardly like are like that.
Yeah.
It's very hard, especially
Hmm.
in a relationship, because there's so much hating on each other's, like
Hmm.
like on your partner and stuff, and that shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
I feel like you should like push your partner to do better, you know, and be better, and
Hmm.
take the risk as much as you can in order to do better, you know.
Exactly.
And there's hardly people like that, you know.
Hmm.
There's so much envy, there's so much hate in this world, jealousy, you know. It's just like me all the time, you know. And it's like, you know, and you can't do
Hmm.
that. You know.
That's where it comes down to, like what I always tell everyone, we're all in this together.
Hmm.
And that's not even my thing too. Like some people will take like certain stuff from other channels and not give the flowers to where it came from. I got that from Rich Piana in the bodybuilding community. He goes about the 5%ers. He's like, we're all in this together. And he goes, no one's better than anyone. And that applies in this. We're not better than anybody else, but I'm just teaching you about manifesting and showing you that there's this God puts us on this earth and he gives us the manifesting as a cheat code. If you don't like your destiny, you can change it with
Hmm.
this. If something happens and you don't like it, you can change it. And that's what I mean. The living proof now is that here, I bring the receipts. Like, and there's not, um, I don't want, I'm not going to throw shade. I was going to say, there was a thing I heard about somebody else being a swinger, but I'm not going to talk about that story. We are all one. Exactly, Bart. Yes, we are.
Yeah. But you know, it's
Yep.
hard to find people that
Yeah, Kia doing.
actually help each other out.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, like I down the road, I have learned a lot. Like no matter how people treat you, because sometimes people treat you really bad, and you trying to be different, you know. Like there was this conversation. Remember when this conversation we had, me and you?
Earlier today.
No, the other day, regarding my coworker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, you know, I was, what was it that I told you that I told her something about her, and then you're like, oh fuck her and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like, no, you can't do that. You have to
Mm-hmm.
be different than that person, you know.
That's where I tell them all the time. I'm like, you can't react to stuff, but certain things in my 3D world, somebody treating her bad, or my mom, or my dad, or my brother, or people in my life, my family, that breaks the mystic moment where it's like,
Yeah, but
ah,
sometimes
like
I gotta check them sometimes.
yeah,
I'll be like, no, you can't be the same as that person. You gotta be
yeah.
different. Show them different, because if you're doing the same thing, you're gonna be.
It's not
You're not.
unconditional loving
You're gonna.
everybody then.
How different are you gonna be from that person?
Mm-hmm.
So me, what I do is just I pray for her, and just, you know, just bless her, you know. And actually she's been actually kind of different now. She's been actually kind of better and nicer.
Mm-hmm.
She talks to me in a civil way. You know, so she has kind of got a little better now. Like I feel like she feels like, I feel like she's more at peace now, you know. And I see that because, one, I try to show her different. Two, I pray for her every day and every night, you know. And I see the difference. I see the change on her, how she was before, like a few months ago. So it's like this past few weeks has been really good, you
And,
know. It's just keep persisting and persisting and persisting for her to do better and be better.
and I remember, like, with that whole success story you had there at work was when I told you, I'm like, I'll write this letter, forgive her, wish well. And it's like, and everything I taught you, you did it. And then you took it and ran with it. That's why I said sometimes I think the hardest person to teach is yourself, because you get mad about, like, if you, like, when you guys come to me for sessions, some of you get results like the next day. And I'm
Mhm.
like, God damn, why didn't it work for me like that? Like,
Yeah.
and then, but it's like, because you put so much faith and stock in what I'm saying, when the hardest person for me to teach is myself, because I know the lessons I'm teaching up, and then sometimes I'll get stuck in my own rut. That's when you'll see me disappear for a while or whatever, because I'm not doing that. And then let's see. Yes, she's right. People come out of the left field sometimes. Even when you're nice, it's not always like everyone is you pushed out, and prayer helps. Yes, I do agree with that. And it's like, you know, somewhere it's like, so I'll tell you this story, and I've got it coming up in a future video, unless it was one of the two I posted already. I had a problem at work, but like, you know, I'm not. He's my mirror. Yeah, I'm Ink's mirror. Everything that I've been going through, she goes through, or it's like funny. It's inverted sometimes, where it's like I'm up, she's down, she's up, I'm down, and it was funny. But I was gonna say I had this thing at work the other day where it's like I haven't been bothered by this dude for like 6 months or so. I had the assumption, hey, he's afraid of me. He doesn't want to deal with me. He respects me. He knows, call me, I'll do the work, whatever. I had an inner argument with him for no reason because of how way he treated somebody else, and I'm like, I'll check this motherfucker if he comes in. And it was like going to sleep, and I was like right before bed too. I had this argument. I was like, I was coming home from the gym, driving, and it popped in my head, and I couldn't break it. Like I know, like right away, I catch myself. That's a negative thought pattern. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. And then it's like, it's one thing. It's sometimes it's hard to just remove your attention, so you got to try and distract yourself. I go home and throw on TV. It was a show I wasn't interested in. I kept changing shows, but as I'm flipping channels and searching, the argument's still playing. I go to sleep with the argument. I wake up still arguing with the guy. And I'm like, at this point, I'm just accepting the fact that I'm going to probably have an interaction with him and it won't be a pleasant one. Go to the gym, and I'm like, now that I'm accepting that fact, I'm more angry about it. And I get to work, and all of a sudden, dude's in my face. And reflecting the exact conversation. And he's sitting there talking shit. Oh, thank you.
It's actually good.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I mean, I cooked it. So he's getting in my face. I got my hands in my pocket. I'm like, don't react, don't react. And I'm like, it's easy because now I know not to react. I created this event.
Mhm.
Certain things in the 3D checked me what he said when my head turned like that. Like I felt it turn. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm gonna fucking say something. I'm like, if I say something now, I add stuff to the story. And then while adding to the story, it's gonna be stuff to think about later. But then I'm like, if I don't say anything, then I'm gonna be like, I should have said this. So I'm like, either way, oh, thank you, baby. I'm like, either way, I have to what do you call it? I had to end the story somehow. So I went home, wrote a letter, burned it, blessed him, told him I wish he's well. He stole my overtime. And then he wound up stealing it again. But I'm like, you know what? And I ranted about it, but I used the energy from ranting to my benefit. I said, I told her, and I went by my parents' house, and I was bullshitting with them, and then it came up, and I got mad. I told them, I told my brother, I told my best friend, I told my other best friend, and I told Inked, I think, and I told like everyone who would listen to me.
But you know what?
I said,
Sometimes you even said it one time.
Hmm.
And you gotta think about it like two ways. Like you think about it like you saying that he took your overtime or whatever,
Mhm.
you know, and I was like, okay, it is messed up though,
Mhm.
because you should not do that.
Mhm.
That's greedy, people. But then at the same time, I start thinking, because I have learned about that, and I try to avoid getting mad with people that
Mhm.
do greedy stuff like that,
Mhm.
or whatever things they do. And I was like, okay, when you mentioned that, because you even said it, you're like, okay, yes, I get mad, but then it's like, what if that person actually do need it,
Mhm.
and he needs to go through certain ways to actually get that?
And that's yeah.
And I always try to look at the positive way, you know. And then it's like, what if he really does need the money?
Mhm.
You know, maybe he pretends to be something that he's not, and
Mhm.
in reality he's something different.
Mhm. And that's where
So I tend to learn that, because what happened with my coworker, I try to like understand her at the same time,
Mhm.
because she has a good side of her and she has a bad side of her. Right now she has
everybody
more.
does.
Right now she
It's
has
what
more.
you give power to.
She has more good side of her right now. Like,
Because you're giving power to that and you're removing attention from the other part.
yes. So the thing is that, like today, it got me kind of like, my heart was beating so hard because she
saw you.
texted me, right? And I was like, oh my God, like,
We're on
because
vacation.
I saw
Like,
the different side of her before, and I
Mhm.
saw a totally different person of her today. Because she texted me in the morning, right?
while on vacation.
On vacation.
There's no, you have no reason to do that. That's what
And-
got me mad too.
And I was like, okay. So she told me, okay, so you messed up on, you know, this whatever, you know,
XYZ.
yeah. And I was like, oh my God, like so the way that it is like I've been like basically not I don't want to say not traumatized, but I have
Yeah.
known her a certain way that is like, oh my gosh, she's gonna like basically start saying stuff, and it's like I'm so like she's gonna start talking like basically shit, whatever. And I was like, oh my God. But no, she was actually calmed and relaxed, you know.
Yeah, and that's
And
the
I
thing.
was expecting that she was gonna say something different, like she usually does.
And yeah, if
And
you don't
always
mind.
putting me down, always talking so bad and everything. And I was like, oh my God, you know. And she was actually nice. She was like, you know what? You messed up on this twice or whatever. But I feel like at the same time she understood, because it was my first time doing it. And at the same time she understood that since it was my first time doing my whatever you know, um program she told me to do at that moment, because she did ask me. She goes, "Have you done it?" I'm like, "Honestly, I have not done it. It's gonna be my first time, but I think it should be fine." So I did it. So I messed up once. I was like, "Oh my god," you know. And then she told me I messed up twice again today. She texts me or whatever, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's gonna like talk bad
Mhm.
or whatever." And actually, she was actually nice about it. She was like,
Because you've
"It's
impressed your
okay."
subconscious enough where it's not going to keep happening.
Right.
But if you keep every time you get a message thinking about it, and always being on edge, that's when it'll play out. Like when me and you, I was like how you felt today. That's how I was when we were together last time before our last breakup. I was like on edge. I'm like, I can't say this, you can't do that, and if I do this, then she's gonna act like that. But then you would surprise me all the time. But then overall, it played out the negative assumption, and the
Well,
bad
yeah,
stuff
because
happens. So the more you stay in that bad, thinking about if she's gonna be like that, she'll be like that again.
and that's the
She'll
thing,
become
because
that
we are
again.
so used to that side of her, that person's personality, that you're get like, oh my god, you get so used to that. So now when they do this different change, it's like, oh my god, is she really for real, or is
Yeah.
she just messing with my head?
That's the thing. And then you start to think, is this a narcissist? Am I being used? Am I being played? All this stuff.
Uh-huh.
And this is where Ink was there for me on my journey when I had you back, and she was like, "No, you're good, you're good." I'm like, I don't know. And then like I'm running a channel on this now, and then I realized it took that failure to become a better teacher and stuff. But the whole point is like I'm saying with you, and your story is like, if you stay, the hardest part is to believe your manifestation. That's why your self-concept, feeling confident in yourself, and the fact that you can create anything in this world is the most important thing. Because when you believe in yourself, then when you see it in reality, it's like, yeah, I know, I said that was going to happen, and it did. And like the story I was telling before with that guy, where he took my overtime, and like you said, what I do, I blessed him. I said whatever. But when I was ranting, I was blessing him while I was ranting him. I said, if you need that money because you're an old bitch who's got to steal and whatever for his money, you know what? Fuck you, respectfully, but take your $600 of overtime and you run with it. It's going to take you. At the end, he stole another day too. I didn't tell you this, but he did steal another day. But I blessed him again.
Oh wow.
I blessed him again, and I said, you know what? When he stole the first $600 worth of overtime, I said, cool. Well, I want to give a shout out to it's coming up in a video, or I've already posted it. But I had a client who goes, I would like to do a month of coaching with you, and I said, I have this package, but I don't like to sell it because it feels expensive. And I find out later on a lot of coaches charge way more than that. I said, I do a month worth of coaching for $1,500. You get 2 sessions a week and my phone number. And he goes, dude, I want to do that. Well, that's $1,500 versus the $600. I made 3 times more, and I was telling her and everybody else who'd listen, fuck this guy, I'll make 3 times more money somewhere else, and it will be divinely given to me and stuff like that. Making sure I still got the mic on, I thought I lost it. But I'm like, I will be divinely guided and make that money. So then now he stole another day as of this point.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter because God will bring it into me, and I accept that and I believe it. And when I blessed him, he saw me. He's like, he did a really good job. And I'm like, they had a weird point to who this guy is. I'm in the locker room changing, and you can wait the 2 minutes for me to put on my uniform, but you talk to me in my underwear. So I'm going to be weird too. I'll stand there in my underwear. Yeah, what's up? And he's like, I'll stand here. You like what you see?
Oh my God.
Like, good job on this and this and this. Okay, cool. You going to get dressed? And he walks away, comes back. Oh, and then good job on this.
I've changed people totally. I couldn't see it.
Oh, yeah, we got to go.
Sorry, channel.
You do like this, yeah, because we missed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Thought transmission's a real thing.
Oh,
we missed a lot of stuff. Yeah. Sometimes everyone as you looks 100% crazy. Yeah, everyone as you pushed out seems crazy at times. I was reading that little feeling in the love of my heart. Dude next to me started playing Bob Marley. Is love. Love is love that I'm feeling. Everyone as you pushed out felt magical. That's awesome. See, moments like that where you're getting those messages are amazing moments. Yes, everyone as you pushed out is mostly true. Sometimes the world around us isn't mirroring though, so I can't make sense of it personally, or any theory 100%. Thought transmission's a real thing. He felt that love, Bart. That's crazy. Yes, you've changed. Yes, you can change people often with your repeated thoughts, but not always. Well, for me, it's always been like this dude was a complete dickhead, and I had another boss who was 10 times the dickhead, and the next day he changed. This girl who you're dealing with, complete bitch. Next day, literally next day to change. Like this guy after I blessed him, next day, but it took him stealing another day.
I have become to learn that I feel like you have, like to me, like for me, it's like prayer, which is like
It's the same
it's
thing.
almost the same
It's
thing.
the same thing.
Like I have find out that praying for me have done a lot of differences in my life,
Hmm.
like literally a lot, you know. And so far it's been actually good.
Hmm.
I can't complain about it. um and I have seen it and I have proved it with this person. Even not only that, but with, like with my family and stuff. Like I'm talking to my mom and my dad. I'm trying to get like close to my other relatives and stuff, which I have not seen in who knows how many years. So it's crazy, and it's a good feeling because now I feel like I'm more at peace now.
Hmm.
It's like a little stress off my shoulders, I guess.
Let's see. Yes, that's what I started thinking when SP was loving on me. Like, what is he up to? Exactly, Ink. Yeah, you don't believe it when SP starts coming around. It's like, what the hell's going on? I don't believe this. And you're
Hmm.
looking for the worst case scenario. Yes, people have their own personalities and help them change positive. But let's see. Morning Bird, Heart. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to read through these really quick and see if there's questions. I've changed people, total behavior with my thoughts. Oh, hold on. Another mess. Missed the notification, but I'm here now. Hey, Eli, it's all good. I didn't even put up a notification. I was going to put it in the Discord. Also, I'm glad everything got worked out for you in the Discord. If you guys want to join the Discord, it's $7.50 a month. We were having some issues. Pretty sure they're all. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, good. You took your mic off. um, what's it called? We were having some issues there, but we got the Discord up and running now. No problems, as far as I know. But Eli will keep me updated. But yeah, I didn't even post the thing in here because she's just like, "Hey, let's go live." I'm like, "While we cook," and I'm like, "You know what? We still got some sunlight. I might as well do it." It's Friday, and Fridays are hard, especially for people on SP journeys. I know the Fridays are fucking hard, and I thought, every so often I'll do a Friday one. And I think it'll be good for people. When the interviewer asked McGregor after becoming double champ, how does it feel? He goes, feels familiar. That is hilarious because Connor is a great fucking manifester, and it's like when you speak it into existence, it happens. I used to watch all his videos when I was training and first getting into all this stuff. I mean, I've known law of attraction since I was 16, but then really at 23, figuring out Neville stuff, and then like failing with a certain SP, and then getting her, and then the ups and downs of this stuff, and then that other SP came back, and literally everything I've imagined or visualized or worked on has come to me, but sometimes it's come so far down the road that I don't even expect it. I've seen so many signs, it's crazy. And even my friends see signs in my SP now. Now we script for each other. We are seeing so many signs. That's awesome, Angelica. Is one of the best manifestation mentors in the world. Thank you. I was gonna read your name, but thank you, Austin. I appreciate you, brother. You guys are like, that's just something else. I was like trying to pump myself up where you don't really believe it. It's like, because it's one of those things where it's like when you start seeing results and you see people doing well and you see results in yourself, but you kind of don't believe that maybe you're not as good. But then you tell me that stuff, and then I have another client was saying, "Oh, you're the best teacher out there," and I've worked with other coaches, and it's like you guys are building me up. But thank you for that because it was stuff I was affirming. But you know how it is. You start out affirming, you don't really believe your affirmations, and you're kind of like, you know what? It's just I'm just saying it to feel good, and it feels kind of conceited. No, it's just confident, but not cocky, and all that stuff. So I appreciate those kind words, Austin. Appreciate you, brother. Yes, I feel the same way. Fridays are hard to spend alone, but I try to get through it and saying they're not hard anymore. And saying they're not hard anymore. Just caught myself. There you go, brother. That's the thing, yeah. And, you know, Fridays, that's what I said. The Fridays were hard. And then when she brought this up, I'm like, you know what? It is Friday. We're hanging out. Like, maybe I could show you. Here's the motivation.
I know what you
I know. The extra meat. Schmeat.
I had chili though.
Yeah.
I had to get a sweater.
Yeah. People be telling the temperature off your nipples. But yeah, and I know Fridays are hard. That's why I'm like, you know what? Let me just listen to what she's saying. And it's like sometimes you feel the signs coming from other people. Other people will say things to you, listen to them, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, this is feedback on where my mentality is. It's yup. Glad you're on. So cute to see you and SP doing what you said you were scripting last year. Fridays blow. Oh, first of all, I'm glad you're back, Yup. I was asking about you in a couple of things. I'm like, where has she been? And then I think you changed your name before, and you were like, it's Yup. Now it's Morning Bird. Okay, so now I know what to look out for. But Yup was actually one of the first people who was around when Inked was around too. And I know you've had success. You had success manifesting the apartment. I'm pretty sure you got the SP, but then you had some rocky road. But Look at me. I had the SP too, and then we're gone, and now here. So this is a testament that if I can do it, you can do it.
Mhm.
You could be sitting here with meat on a stick and SP.
Eating kebab.
Yeah,
And
and having a nice cigar.
him trying
But-
to actually grill.
Yeah, and I'm grilling.
It was mostly me.
I gave you the emotional support.
And-
Go get them.
Emotional support and stomach support.
Yeah. Mhm. Let's see. I've gotten some movement in an unexpected way the last couple of days. It's always unexpected. That's the beautiful part about this. You never know how it's going to happen. That's why I say stop worrying about the how. I had a million ways how me and her were going to get back together. It never happened exactly that way.
Unexpected.
Sometimes it was completely
Unexpected, but
uneventful.
surely.
Mhm. Sometimes not eat. Sometimes it was not exciting at all. Other times it was crazy and exciting and a roller coaster.
Mhm.
At the end, doesn't matter. You got what you wanted.
Busy, huh?
Yeah. We answer some manifesting questions.
I'm trying. I'm busy too.
Yeah. I'm doing 4 things:
Hey, here,
smoking, drinking, eating. and-
here we are.
Yeah. Harry, what do you mean? I shaved. There we are.
And here we are. How'd you said it before?
Harry,
No.
here we
Before
are,
you said. And
Here-
here we are.
and here we are. Oh, no,
No,
you're
you
talking
just-
about. Hey, look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
You guys know the meme, right?
Mhm.
Tell me somebody knows that meme in there with Paul Rudd. Hey, look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Mm.
they were eating
Eating
too.
kebabs.
Yeah.
Eating kebabs.
But a really bad depression. Got a luxury apartment, luxury SUV that I wanted, the job I wanted, and the SP, and I cuddled last week. But trauma from past is creeping back,
Oh no.
and too depressed to enjoy.
Oh
Hold
no.
on, here, hold on. This is an important thing. We need one more bite, and I'm gonna address that one. Because Yup Yup's here, but since the beginning. So, what I've learned with depression, because I've had it really bad, pretty much
think we
all
all
my.
have it.
Mhm. I think everybody has it. It's a state, and you choose to be in it. And I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it; it just pops up. This is where gratitude comes in. So, Yup, every morning you need to be sitting down, doing a gratitude list every night. Gratitude list. I'm grateful. You just listed out amazing things that people in this chat would be like killing for, and you know that it's gonna like start figuring out why do you feel sad? Why do you feel like, oh, this isn't working out
Mhm.
and stuff like that. Sorry, the beer's coming back. um, it's gratitude. When you start feeling grateful for what you have, it's a line from the Bible, but it's so true. It's like, for those who have everything, more is given. For those who have nothing, more will be taken away. So when you're on top and you're feeling depressed and you're looking for the worst, more is going to be taken away. But when you're on the bottom, looking for the best and being grateful for what you have, more gets stacked on top of it, because you were on the bottom before. And now look how far you've stacked
Yeah,
up.
a lot. To have a really good apartment, a
Mhm,
really nice car,
mhm.
very good job.
And your SP.
I mean, what is it like? What is it missing in your life that you feel depressed?
Yeah, because there's always a reason that you're feeling it. Or maybe it's like the stuff that we were just talking about right now, where you feel unfulfilled, or not unfulfilled, what do you call it? You feel like it's too good to be true, so you're waiting for it to be taken away. So don't be waiting for it to be taken away, or it will be taken
Enjoy
away.
it.
Enjoy what you have.
Mhm.
Enjoy every moment. So when you're together cuddling with
Enjoy
SP,
it and be grateful and be blessed.
yeah, when you're with SP, like like the other night when we're in bed together, like we're already done, like going to sleep with whatever, and I'm sitting there like, I've come a long way. And I do this every night I go to sleep with her or without her. Like, I go to sleep every night. You've come a long way from where I was when I was younger, the lifestyle I had when I was growing up.
Oh
And
yes.
it's like, and then thinking about, where am I going to be next year? Look where you were last year, Yup, and look where you are now. You need to just be grateful for what you have, and then start listing out, well, what other desires do I have?
Uh-huh.
Because you realize whatever you want, you can get. And then you realize you want more excitement in your life. Start looking for excitement, because you're going to find it. You want more happiness in your life. Start looking for happiness. You're going to find it, because you got stuff that everybody wants right now.
Oh yeah.
And then if there's something in your
Most
life that you
definitely.
don't want, yeah, you got to start looking for what you want.
Did she say in the chat
You could scroll up on it. You got to go.
what did she say what she's actually depressed about?
No, she said she's just
Here we
feeling
go.
it.
Got luxury apartment. Okay. ancestry and I cut it last week, but trauma from the past is creeping back in into depressed to enjoy into.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Because she's
there's
expecting the worst, and that's what you
that's
don't
what
want
it
to do.
is, and it's like
Uh-huh.
it's going back how it's like going back to with my coworker. Sometimes I guess you get that I don't know if you could call it trauma
It is like a trauma because they've
because
traumatized you mentally. Just
because
like with a relationship, all the stuff where I was expecting, are you going to pull the rug out from underneath me again? Are you going to leave me again?
yeah,
And you're scared,
like I mean
and you're scared, and you're mad, and you're depressed, but you don't show it.
yeah, and then it's kind of I was actually telling Nick earlier. Sometimes you gotta take a risk in order to find out, what it's like, what you're gonna expect or not. But if you don't risk it, I feel like you're not gonna find out.
Hmm.
That's what I feel. Like I have had so much past in my life that I've been so scared,
Hmm.
like with my coworker, and it's like I'm trying to kind of like to like get used to that now, like this new person that she is now. But there's always that little part of me to always kind of be careful somehow because people could be sneaky
But then,
or anything could be sneaky. It's not only a person, but then at the same time,
but you have that assumption if you have it,
right?
if whatever you expect, you get.
Yeah. So this is why every day, like I say, I pray and I pray that it's, you know, for her to be better, or whatever. Dropping kebabs, but I risk it every day. Like I'm in my desk, in my computer or whatever, and then she comes in. And it's like, okay, my God, I'm here worried because it's like, oh my God, what's she gonna say? I'm like, I'm over here like iffy. I'm like, but then it's like, okay, Lily, calm down. You're gonna be okay, and it turns out to be okay. And after I'm done with my shift, it's like, oh my God, thank you, God. You know, I'm very at peace. It's been an easy day, a good day, blessed day. I'm grateful, and I guess this kind of makes it better, I feel. Like the more grateful you are,
Gratitude is a fucking killer in the game.
And it's like, wow, it's been a beautiful day, a beautiful week. Thank God I gone through it, and it could be a lot of things, and I get it, morning bird. I get it. I'd be scared as well too, because I've been through it, so morning bird, you're gonna be okay. Enjoy what you have right now and be grateful what you have, and try not to worry about the past, and think about the stuff you have now, and just try to move on, and every day, take it as a new day, new decisions, new choices, new everything. That's how I take it,
And it's always like, and remember what I say, everything's working out in your favor. So whatever you're scared of, like, first of all, identify what. Oh yeah, go ahead. Could you grab me another Mikey's? Another Mikey's?
Yeah.
Like, first of all, whatever you're afraid of, identify it, then realize, then break it down. All right, we see the enemy in front of us. What's depressing us? All right, here's the enemy. Here's why we're depressed. Break it down and make it fucking silly. This is why I'm depressed. This is what's fucking me up. This strong being who's got all these things. Why am I depressed over this one little thing? Now I'm in a state where, like, some days I'll be tired or like, you know what, I'm a little depressed. But why? Boom, 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 boom. There's no reason to be depressed. I'm just tired. But before, it would be like, I'm feeling something. It's depression. So then you're looking for more things to be depressed, and you keep finding more. And then it's literally, that Bible quote is a fucking killer with the, I wrote why I'm depressed. Did it post? Oh, hold on. Let me look. We're missing the thing. Let's see. I'm going back through everything. I asked if I wanted to keep my SP as an emergency contact. I said, we're still together. Funny moment when your dog whacks you in the face with his chew toy while scripting. That's a good one, Austin. Find a way to make it a sign and make it a positive. My dad was asking me about SP, and I said he never called back, and he wants me to call him. I was planning on calling him tomorrow. Angelica, if that feels like the right move to do, make that move, but it has to feel natural. Don't feel forced or scared. The past trauma is trying to steal your happiness. It's hard for you. Thank you. It's hard for you to tell yourself how far you've come and you deserve it. Live in the present and do something you want. Be grateful. Okay, here's why Morning Bird has been depressed. She said, I've been assaulted a few times in the last months. This happened last year too. I always feel invisible and lonely until suddenly people get aggressive while minding my own business. Okay, so hold on. This is like, that's definitely like, there's like, okay, you're saying it happens a lot, so you have some kind of story to it. And maybe from that story, because sometimes you'll put yourself in similar situations. I don't know the specifics of it. I don't want to try and make any like comments on anything that, you know, they're where they're too general or it's the wrong information. But maybe assuming it, you start winding up around certain people that are the same way, and you're scared and nervous. But realize what makes you feel safe and be great. Like I said, again, with the gratitude can work for this. Okay, do you feel safe around SP? Is this the guy you want? Is this what you want to focus on? But the hard part is removing attention from something very traumatic like that. That sounds like a very bad thing. It's random assault in a store, park, and gas station. I'm trying to think. I'm like, man, I've never heard that story before through the manifesting community, but I don't think that what I'm saying could be, it's like just dropping the attachment to it. But I know it's hard because I don't know the degree of it or whatever, or like how bad it was, but obviously it's bad enough where it's making you feel depressed. Certain situations like that, I think maybe a therapist can help you work through it, but at the same time, removing attention from the event. So you catch yourself thinking about the assault or whatever. Thank you.
Mhm.
You catch yourself thinking about like the assault or whatever that made you feel this certain way, and go back and say, all right, this is a negative thing that happened in my life, but it doesn't define me. It has no impact on my now. Here's where the trauma of like SP stuff with me and her, or coworker stuff like my coworker and me, or her and her coworker, or anything, the same lessons that have no degree of like, they don't hold the candle to what you went through, right? But also at the same time, almost putting that situation up on a pedestal, not to take away from it, but it's like, okay, if it's a big thing, then it's hard to defeat. She said there was she'd been assaulted 3 times. That's why it's been like at random too, like it's a reoccurring thing, but by random people at different places. So I'm
Oh,
not taking that away from you.
I actually I get where you're coming from.
So yeah,
I could tell you a story that I don't think Nick even knows about it.
I'm gonna whoop someone's ass.
Well, this was a long time ago,
Oh,
so you can't do nothing about it not more. So,
well,
but I get where she's coming from, and I understand where she's coming from when
and
she's been assaulted.
yeah,
So it's hard. It is hard to pass through that, because if that person constantly keeps on assaulting you and assaulting you, it's hard to overcome that.
what she was saying
It's
too is random people at like different places.
no, I know how it
Yeah.
is. I've been through that. I've been through that. Probably, I mean, I don't know how her situation is, but I
Yeah.
kind of understand where she's coming
Like a
from.
reoccurring thing where like a story in her life where people keep coming
Oh,
back.
and I get it, and it's okay, but it's just I get where she's coming from. It's the part is that it is kind of hard for her to kind of move on somehow,
Yeah.
because it keeps on coming in. I mean, my question is, have you tried to do something about it? Like, have you talked to someone to try to help you with it?
That's why I was
Because
saying
sometimes
maybe
if you stay
maybe a
quiet,
therapist will help or something.
no, I mean, even
Or
if
like,
you try to stay quiet and you just kind of let people do that, because it's not good at the end of the day.
mhm.
You know, because me at the end of the day, I had to do something about it in order for it to stop, and it did stop. It went out for a while, and it was very like hard to get over it with. Not only the fact that physically they try to do stuff to you,
Mhm.
and mentally and stuff. So I get it, and it was hard to overcome. I overcome it, and it was hard for me to do it.
Yeah.
But it will take some time though.
Yeah.
It's just that I guess like I had to kind of like program my mentality, my brain to kind of like change it somehow. And
Like a revision type thing. You went back and made it seem better, or
I,
like erase the memory.
I had to try to erase it. I have erased a lot of my memories that it was like sometimes when I see a scene or something, it's like, oh my God, that happened to me. And it's like, shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So
So it's,
certain triggers and stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then I think that's the part where she's like where it's like she's struggling with that, and like so the stuff that we teach in the manifesting community, it's like the same thing would apply, but it's like I always teach from what I know. I've never experienced this. Like I think guys who do that shit are fucking pussies and
Yeah, they are.
fucking weak and pathetic excuses of men, but like the way I would say is like removing attention. If you can't go back and revise it where you pretend like, okay, whatever, you're going about your business of that day. Here's the manifesting
Mhm.
side of the story. You go every time the story pops up, you go back to the scene, but change the scene. It never happened. It almost happened, but never happened.
Mhm.
And then you move on with the thing. That would be a technique I would use to try and get through it. And then if you think a therapist would help, go to a therapist. But you know, the best thing I think was the past can only hurt you in the present if you bring it here. The past is the past, and the future is the future. There's two different timelines. We can only experience the present. When we feel anxiety, we're fearing the future. When we feel depression, we're fearing the past and becoming triggered by the past. So if a past event is bothering you, you have to remove attention from it. Get busy with something. So, okay, you're feeling depressed because this thing happened to you, right? Okay, let's go. All right, you're in this moment right now, feeling depressed. Take something that makes you happy. Okay, you're with SP. Focus all your time, attention, and love and feeling emotion onto that person you're with now and how grateful you are for them. It comes up while you're driving. Think about your luxury car and how beautiful this car is and all this good things you have in life and how far you've come in life. The past, you cannot let the past hurt you. You survive those moments and those moments are gone. But that person or that event will keep winning if you keep letting it come back into the future. And I know I know how triggers are in other aspects. Like I said, I've not experienced this trauma before.
Oh my God, I have gone through a lot of my life. I'm not 41 for a reason.
Yes.
I've been through so much in hell.
So it's like you get that moment where it's like, okay, you have to find like triggers to stop the trigger. The triggers, have a scene prepared that you could like pull yourself away from it. If you think a therapist helps, if you think talking to someone, like she said, or someone who can do something, then do something about it. But then and then have an affirmation. This doesn't happen to me. I'm not a victim. I am someone that everybody who needs to stay away from me stays away from. I am protected. I am all that. Whatever positive affirmation you need to keep your mind straight on it too. Let's see. Hold on, guys. I'm going back in the comments because a lot of stuff.
They're missing a lot, right?
Yeah, a lot of like comments are coming in, so I'm trying to go back to everybody.
You're done with that kebab, babe?
No, I barely even touched it.
You got one more.
2 a.m. here. I'm about to do sats and affirming. Remember, bridging the good news to Nick. Me and my SP are back together, and everything is I affirm became true. There you go, Bart. You got this. I believe in you, and have a good night's sleep. I love everybody supporting each other here. Angelica, thank you for supporting her.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Every time I had my SP, I could never truly enjoy myself. I'd stay closed off because this is too good to be true. The feeling. Yeah, and then once you realize that it's not a thing, then you're good. Yes, I'm stressed because I feel like everything I have, I only have by the plane of my teeth and not with ease. So I always feel exhausted trying to keep what I have. Also, SP said I'm hot but too old for him. See, that's what this SP wanted me to say. But see, there's where circumstances don't matter. I will tell you this: like young guys want to be with older. I don't know. She said the same thing. Let me switch the tables around. She's like, "You're too young for me," and had her whole set of reasons because of this, and this, and I'm not going to change my opinion. You're too young for me, and she was stuck on that, and then couldn't forget about me. So same thing. He could be saying all this shit, but he's not going to stick to it. And you know, it's also another thing too. A ton of like guys in my generation, younger guys, like in their 20s, there is like a fantasy to be with an older woman too, because we really don't at the same time. Like, I feel like a lot of guys in my generation don't want to have kids and families. They want to just pursue their goals, and like having someone who's older, who's been through it all, and wants to help you with your goals is more important. I'm
True.
currently working with a therapist to overcome the past trauma. Matter of fact, She wants to start working on the trauma from the past abusive relationship starting next week. Well, Austin, like I said, like I'm not a therapist, but if you guys feel therapist helps, go ahead. I went to a therapist for a while. I didn't like it because that was just my own personal take on it. But if it works for you, that's why I said there are certain things that I don't do that you guys do, but you get success off them. That's why I say there's nothing wrong. Like she prays and comes more from the Bible. I just go off Neville's teachings, which are the Bible, and Reverend Ike, which is straight up the Bible. Um, but then there's also Naya. Naya's an amazing teacher online, and she comes from the witchcraft thing, but but her father's an extreme Christian and her mom's a witch. Like she could do them from both, and she works out every time. What do you call it? There's other people who believe in the crystals and stuff like that. That works. If you feel the therapist helps you get through your trauma, and the
Right.
more you go to the therapist, the more you're resolved with your trauma, then it's going to work.
True.
If you believe what I'm saying is going to work, it's going to work. I wrote down why
It's different for everybody.
Yeah. Random assaults in the store park. Okay, I read that part. I have experienced that too, and I repressed it because most of it happened in my childhood. I don't remember most of it, and I barely think about it as much now. Well, thank you for the support for her, Angelica. See, that's the thing where I'm glad that you said to go live because I haven't heard from Yup Yup in a while, and I hope what Lily said could help you. Yup Yup. Well, Morning Bird is Yup Yup.
Mhm.
And Angelica, thank you for giving her that too, and hoping that helped her too. You know, almost like a support group. That's why I said like we're all in this together, and if I can't help you on something, I only teach from what I know,
Mhm.
and things I've manifested. So if you've worked through it, and I don't
It's
know.
been a lot of experience I've
Yeah,
been through. Not
yeah,
good ones and bad ones.
yeah. Let's see. Eli says I like older women. Yeah, me too.
We got the experience sometimes.
SP is younger than me by like 2 weeks. I'm younger than her by 16 years. I have a therapist, but I feel like a walking target. You are so cute together. Last week I decided anytime you are so cute together. Last week I decided anytime Ben seen shouting, thank you for your good. Love your perspective. Thank you.
Mm.
Angelica, thanks for the love. Sorry you went through that. I hope you're okay and thriving, Queen. See, I love the ladies in the chat working together and helping each other feel good. And thank you too, Yup Yup, for the
Mhm.
compliment. But like I said, give yourself some powerful affirmations. Like I'll tell you this, like we live in Chicago on the South Side, and it's not. I never had the assumption anything would happen to me, and nothing's ever happened to me. But other people who are like people like think about. Okay, here's a story. My dad, like when it was all over the news and stuff, like crackheads were stealing catalytic converters like crazy because you could pawn them for fucking crack rocks real quick.
Those are drug addicts, though.
Yeah, drug addicts. But he used to always tell me, park your car as close to the curb as you can, and then they'll never get it. And I was purposely. This is when I first started learning
We
about
can only learn
manifesting.
so much from our parents.
Yeah, I was like, I'm parking purposely far because sometimes I was so tired after working lazy. I'm like, nobody touches my catalytic converter. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. I've gone through. At this point, the neighborhood I grew up in is about the same as the neighborhood you live in, so I'm not really afraid. But I've been in really bad neighborhoods before, and it's like, a neighborhood where it's like you don't. There's a good chance you're gonna get jumped or something. I'm like, nothing's gonna happen to me, and like you look and like there's times where it's like, okay, it's like you make eye contact with someone, it's like you ain't gonna fuck with me. Like Neville talks about the story about the guy who was like 6 foot something, and he goes, he was not operating on my level, so he couldn't touch me, even though he wanted to hit me. He wanted to hit me, and he goes, but I was operating with the power of God. And he goes, he could not touch me. And so when you're walking through, like, I am divinely protected. And, there's so many times where I feel like it's like, yeah, I was parking the car purposely far away. Like, I got off the story with the catalytic converter. And my dad was like grinding his wheels on the thing almost to get, he doesn't grind his wheels on the curb. If you watch this, don't get mad. Like,
Mhm.
but he was always trying to get his wheel as close to the curb as possible so no one could touch his catalytic converter. Out of all the cars that were exposed the one night, after weeks of saying this, he's the one who got hit. They took his catalytic converter, but I was parked way off here, and everybody else was parked far away, and they took his converter.
Oh.
So when you feel like it's going to happen to you, and you fear it, and you think about it, like I don't remember if it was Neville or Reverend Ike. They had talking about a lady who was like she was afraid she was going to get strangled because there was some killer going around strangling people. Out of all the women in the city, he targeted her and killed her. And it's like, but she kept saying, oh, I already know it's going to get to me. It's going to get to me. I think that was one of them, or maybe it was another manifesting coach from way back. And maybe Joseph Murphy told that story. But like whatever you fear, you attract. And it sucks because sometimes you fear a breakup, you attract it. You fear a third party, they come in.
Mhm.
You fear whatever, it shows up. So when you walk with no fear, say, even like I don't know how religious you are, Yup, but one of the things I say is I'm divinely protected by God. I'm sent here on a mission. If something happens to me, I'll be fine. I'm strong enough to bear that burden, but nothing's gonna happen to me. No one can fuck with me. No one operates on my level to fuck with me.
Hmm.
And that's how I've, I stayed safe. But I mean, that's the mindset I have, and that's why I want you to do. Adopt affirmations that make you feel strong and powerful. Make yourself feel like nobody can touch you because you're the shit. It's like I'm not gonna fuck with that hot badass bitch over there with that young boyfriend who's got a luxury apartment because she's operating on another level and I'm just some lowly scumbag who's fucking wandering around a parking lot. That's the mentality I want you to have. My dad used to put hands on me when I was a kid. It took a long time to process and heal. Nowadays, nowadays it made me a monster in boxing, in the gym, and relentless at running. Turns the negative into a positive. Exactly, would turn. I know sometimes these are situations are bad, but you could turn a negative
No,
into
it
a
is true.
positive.
And you know what? I have something to say about that
Hmm?
because my dad was the same thing with me. I'm the oldest out of three girls. So I feel that it all has to come with the way that I feel like that the way that I feel that my dad came to be the way he was. Like he used to like, you know, discipline me in a hard way. And I feel that it had to come like from his relative, from his father, because his father used to treat him really bad. So I guess he felt that he was supposed to do that with his kids. So I was the oldest one, and I was the one who like basically got everything. Like if you don't do this, you're gonna get a spank. If you don't do this, you're gonna get a beat with a belt. That's how I was, and I feel like I was the only one because my other two sisters didn't even go through
I
that.
got my ass whooped too a few times.
So like even by the look, if you will look at me, I'll be like, oh no, I'm in trouble.
Mhm.
I was like literally crying, and I wasn't even like I was like literally like just by the look, he's like, okay, you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. And I was like, oh my god, I was so scared. I used to hide under the bed. I used to hide from him in order for him not to like beat me or whatever. But you know what? Sometimes I try to understand my dad because that's how he was raised, and I felt that that's how he was supposed to raise his kids. So it's kind of like a
They think,
pattern,
yeah,
like a pattern,
and they think it's the right thing to do because maybe they
right?
realize the lesson later. Oh wow, like
But
he
you
said,
know
he
what?
turned it into strength in
Right,
the gym,
right.
made you a
But at the
stronger
same,
woman.
but you know what? I feel like I always say I try to put it in a positive way. I always like if I feel like if my dad would have not done that sometimes, I would not become what I have become now. Strong, independent, hardworking person, you know, and I, had whatever I have right now. Like I have a decent job. I can't complain about my job. I'm grateful. I have a home, I own a house. I'm very grateful. Not the perfect home, but it's perfect to me and my family. I own my own cars. I own my own motorcycles, and I feel like, if my dad would have done what he would have done, like be strict about the way of raising me, I don't think I would have been how I've been, like how
You
I
didn't
am
develop a
now.
discipline.
Right. So I have learned, and learned to be like very responsible, I guess.
Yeah,
So I think that's why I became how I became, you know. So when he says about that
hmm
he became, I guess, I mean, he probably became way better now.
better fighter and runner and
Right.
stuff. Yeah.
So it's good,
hmm
you know. But at the same time, it's like, man,
That's why I said look for the
that's
good and the bad.
that's parental abuse.
Yeah,
But you know what? If you see how people are nowadays with the kids, they're so fucking spoiled.
but then the kids are bad now.
They're
Like,
spoiled.
yeah,
Because it's like, okay,
I got
okay,
my
you
ass
hit
cracked
me,
up.
it's abuse. Let me call the cops.
Yeah, I got my ass
the
beat a
fuck?
few times and I never fucking acted up again. Yes, I'm the oldest, and I'm the oldest too. I'm
Yeah.
the oldest one, and I got the worst. Dad was an army guy who took, and also had tough upbringing. Took years of understanding to forgive him, but
Oh yes.
it starts from within. Exactly, beautiful words.
And you know what? I agree with that because me and my dad are like this.
Yeah, she's close. That's
Me
why
and
when
my
you
this
told me
are
that,
like
that
this.
shocked me.
And you know the crazy thing is that my dad and my family, like especially my sisters, get so mad because my dad, My dad talks about me so good that my sisters get like mad. They get mad. They're like, "Oh, you're talking about her again? What?"
Yeah,
And but I mean, that's my dad. That does not come from me. It comes from my dad.
exactly.
So yeah,
What about I am fearless as an
I'm gonna go
affirmation?
heat up the vegetables so we can start
Okay,
eating because
sounds good.
the
Yeah,
meat is
because
gonna get dry.
the meat did dry out on top, just to
Yeah, I
let you
know.
know. I'm gonna give you this one right here. Angelica, what about I am fearless? I am fearless is a great one too. I mean, it's whatever affirmation works for you. You want to feel powerful. Feeling is the secret. So you want to get to the end. I feel strong. I feel abundant. I feel fearless. I feel like nobody can fuck with me, and everything's working out in my favor. Um, that's that's the mentality. So if that gets you into that feeling state, then for sure go for that one. Yeah, I say the same thing when I do my cemetery walks. These ghosts ain't touching me. There you go, Inked. That's the thing too. When I was fearing like a haunted place too, like when I worked, I think I told you this story, Inked, but about when I worked in a haunted building, and like, I was like, yeah, you know what? Nothing here can touch me. Everything's working out in my favor. You know what? You have no, and then bring down like the white light of protection. Like I know that gets corny and shit, but if you feel it, like you're divinely connected with God and source energy, and everything's working out for you, and nothing can touch you, nothing will. But just the fear, living in fear, is what will attract it. I live in the nicest place in town, drive a nice car, dress nice, and walk confidently. And it goes to be a story, and it's got to be a story I have, as you said. But yes, similar, deserve better, and glad you turned it. Ink, nice to see you. Yeah, I'm glad you're back, Yup Yup. Though I was asking about you. I don't know if you watched any of the old lives, but sometimes I'll reference you and be like, "Where's Yup Yup been?" Or like look for you in videos and stuff. Hopefully you come around, and if you need help or something, you've been here since the beginning. You were one of the people like Inked and Mitzi who kept me around in the beginning when I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with a channel. I was just making some videos to motivate people. So I credit you for that too. But I haven't seen you in like almost probably a year on here, really. I mean, but you've been in and out, but not all the time. So shoot an email if you want to talk, or I think you got Ink's contact information. I should have asked her. I talk to her all the time. Yes, as the oldest one. Oh, yeah, I read that part. Through all I've been through, I've always think of the positive. What can I learn from it, and what can I do better? Is what I ask myself. That's the best thing you could do, Angelica. Is ask yourself what did you learn from this? And when you realize nothing is bad, it's all just an experience. At the end of the day, it's the play of life. What did that experience teach us? I've been through stuff which made me feel horrible. Obviously, what's it called? Yup Yup and Lily have been through fucking. Honestly, I didn't even know that about her right now until right now on this thing. Um, but you go through certain things, you find ways like me, Bart, and Lily with our dad. Like you find things that make you feel better from the negative. It's all about turning energy on its head, turning the negative into a positive. Eli, you just retracted that message. I don't know if you did that on purpose or if it did this. And then Yup Yup says, "Yeah, I was the oldest, and he had. I was the oldest and had to hide most of my childhood. Never thought to see a childhood as a good thing. Feels. Oh, watch out! Did you burn yourself?
No.
You just got clipped by it.
Oh.
How did this turn into therapy? But yes, I guess to some people this is like a therapy. Manifesting is what got me out of my thing. When the time is right, I will share the link to one of my SP's channels showing. Wait, when the time is right, I will share a link to one of my SP's channels showing me with both of my SPs. All right, sounds good, brother. Yup, it's good to see you again, sweetheart. Yes, Ink, that is good to see her. I mean, it was like the three of us and Mitzi in the beginning. When I first started this, those were good times. And now look at us. We've all come a long way, a lot of ups and downs. And Mitzi, if you're here, I do have to. Mitzi sent me a DM on Instagram the other day that I have not answered. I don't think yet, because I think Mitzi has a success story. I want to say Mitzi has a success story, SP related too. So I have to check with her. But I'm gone until Sunday night, and then got a few errands to run on Monday. But we'll still do our live on Monday, and we'll go from there. I love these perspectives and so grateful for all of it, all of the input. I also love Nick's description of me in my desired reality with a younger hot boyfriend. Um, I'm glad I'm back to it. Feels right. That's good. Yep, yep. Yeah, no, I want you to have that perspective and go back to that. It's like, oh, thank you. Um, See that like the good feeling you have now, yep, yep, is stay in it. If you fall out of it, it's like that's why I try to be very consistent with my Monday lives. And I'm trying to do more live streams. So it's like we have that community, we have that camaraderie. I've got the Discord and it's got the we're working through some bugs on it, but it's $7.50 a month, which you're good. She's like ducking down to put the food on the plate. um it's $7.50 a month, and it's like access to all the stuff. But then there's a free part, but we're running into some issues with that. Me and Gary are going to work through that later on this week. But that's another place to have a sense of community, and then these live streams. And then if you really, really feel you need it, then like I said, I have the coaching sessions and stuff. But overall, I like this camaraderie that we have here in these lives. That's why I'm glad we did. That she told me to do it too. I didn't even realize, like, you know what? I'm like, the fact that she's saying to do it, there's a reason to do it today. And she goes in and she had the exact scene, do it like this. And it's like we filmed some other content, and like she's excited to do a vlog together again. So yeah, we have the vlog and we've got this, and it's like, I mean, even like on the like, I don't know, this has nothing to really do with what we're talking about, but it's like feeling that confidence where there's a squirrel up there that's gonna jump on me. Thinking about the confidence to do stuff like we're dancing to Spanish music out here, and you know, she's probably the only Mexican in 100 miles.
For real.
So it feels a little strange, you know. You
Feels weird.
might be getting some looks and stuff, and I also can't dance, and I'm sitting there doing this looking like an idiot. But you know what? I don't feel like an idiot. I feel like I'm having fun. Like I'm just being myself, and that's at the end of the day, we want to just be ourselves, and that's what I love about these things where we're all open and helping each other. And this is like the thing that I feel like when I say the thing, live your legacy, and like my heroes, Rich Piana and Greg Plitt, they left a legacy. They've passed away, but they left a legacy, and it's like, and they built communities. So when I'm gone, maybe you guys keep continuing on, and not that I'm going anywhere anytime soon, but if I were to be gone, that, you know, I'm trying to continue a legacy, build positive community where we're all here for each other. Even if you get your SP and you want to hang around. It's not all about SP. At the end of the day, take them off the pedestal. I mean, look at, she's off the pedestal where she's shorter than me.
Whatever.
Back then, did you ever have the fear of other people being with your SP? How did you deal with it? Thanks, Eli. Yeah, I had that fear.
What?
He said, did I ever have fears of you being with somebody else? And yeah.
Oh, of course, that's always gonna be happening.
Yeah, I had that fear, and I played out twice.
Mm-hmm.
I played out twice. Then I got picked over, and at the end, I'm the one who won, but sometimes it doesn't feel like you won when your ego comes into play. If your ego's in play, then you didn't win. You're just the guy that she settled for. That's if you. This is the battle that you will probably have to have. This is the battle I had to have. The battle I had to have was, am I just settled for, or did manifestation bring this in? Because if manifestation isn't real and miracles don't happen and there's really no God and none of this stuff is important, and God doesn't answer your prayers, then it's just all red pill society stuff where it's like, yeah, she just picked me because I'm the idiot who just stayed around long enough. That's your ego. And there's a battle I had, and it's still one that, like, here's what I talk about. Trauma pops in your head. Things will pop up, and I might even say something that I realize, like, oh, that's an insecure thought.
I like I say, a risk.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, and it was like the last time we were together, I'm like, this is it, this is the last chance. But it's like, when you say this is the last chance, you're insinuating it's going to fail. So it's going to fail, but I'm waiting for you to fuck it up. And
it comes back to what we
expecting-
had last time.
Hmm?
Remember when we had an argument one time?
This time before we became official, or way before when we broke up?
I think it was a little bit before we were official that we were actually gonna just
Oh yeah,
let each other go.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I like the hockey pucks I made.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you
Yeah, I looked up, my God, these are fucked. I hate the red pill. I used to be so into it, but it's so depressing and damaging. Yeah, exactly, bro. I mean, I was into all that too, because I'm like, fuck bitches, get money, because they're gonna fuck you over anyway. But then I realized that's an assumption, so it's gonna keep happening to me. Why don't I just choose? And so yeah, If a third party comes in, they don't mean shit. They're gone. I mean, where the fuck are they? They're not even on her phone no more. One of them actually has a reason to kind of be in your life because he's connected to people that you know.
Oh yeah.
Like,
But he's not literally in my life like that.
no, but he could.
He stayed
like-
away.
No, but yeah, I'm saying, like, if it came up, like, it could, not right now because it's not the reality we live in, but I'm saying, like, it could be a valid argument that, oh yeah, you could wind up with, not now, but in a reality, you could wind up with that person. Like, it would make sense that he would be around. That's
But
what I'm
we're
saying.
not affirming that.
But no, we're not affirming that. We're not affirming it. But I'm saying, like, that's. But and then who won? Me.
There you
Because
go.
we're all winners. We're all in this together, and we're all winners.
There you go.
So yeah, I liked your last video. Thank you, Angelica. Energy cannot be destroyed; it can only be transferred. Yeah, first or second law of thermodynamics, but it goes into manifesting too. Knowing that I am turning tears that I cried into lube to clap these SP sheets. Thank you, Bart. I have been doing an act as if like looking up houses for SP and I, saving stuff on Amazon for our house and applying for new jobs. I love that, Angelica. That's walking in faith. I used to do that shit with you too. It's like I would screenshot stuff that I was going to send you, but I was blocked and I was sending them in inner conversations. But like I had them on my phone. That's why I always say, well, I got something for this. That banana shirt is fire, bro. You make me want to get one. Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you.
It was good, right?
She likes it. She liked the banana shirt too. When we did the
I like it.
dancing video, I was like, damn, I like jacked in this, but the sun's down, so now you can't see nothing.
He
I was
just
feeling
bought a
good.
smaller shirt.
It's true, I did. I should be wearing extra larges, but I wear large, or AKA mediums. Bart, Angelica, that's fearless. Good for you. Thank you. Thank you. Use the FU letter method when you feel upset with your fears. Rip it up and then throw it away. I like that one, Angelica. It was kind of like the thing I did with that boss where I'm like, you steal my overtime? Fuck you. Keep it because you're going to be playing around with $600. I'm going to make 3 times as much. Then I want to thank my boy
Always
who's
look at the positive word.
my boy who bought the fucking $1,500 package for a month of coaching. You gave me the 3 times as much to tell this dude to go fucking suck it. And then if someone else buys it, I'm not promoting it, by the way. But if you feel inclined to, then it's like, hey, fuck you for stealing it again.
But you know, if you notice, if you give those type of people that if you wish them the best, it comes way better than 2 times better
Yeah.
to you.
And then that's where the karma stuff comes in. Man. Solid beef jerky I made on there. We got
I mean,
carried
that's
away.
actually not that bad,
It's
though.
not bad. I like it. I'll still eat it, but
The chicken is not bad either.
Hmm?
The chicken is not bad.
oh no, I didn't try them. You did more of the chicken than me.
Mhm.
I got carried away with the live. Did the dangerous part
Yeah,
about
good
going.
conversation, though.
Mhm.
Good questions.
Mm-hmm.
Good comments.
And thank you guys for having the faith in me that you do. And thank you for being here and proving that all this stuff actually worked and giving me the idea to do this today because I wasn't going to. I'm like, I prepped enough videos so I could just put out videos and then come back Monday.
Oh, usually the unexpected is the best.
Yeah.
That's
And
why
there was a reason for it today
that's
because
why we
I wouldn't
don't
have
plan
known.
stuff.
Yeah. And that's why, I would not have known how to address Yup's question too well other than like my basic manifesting knowledge. But you're someone who's overcame that same situation.
I had the experience. I have so many experience
Mm.
that I try to help people and talk to them because a lot of people with those simple little things, they go crazy. I'm like, calm down. You're going to be okay.
Mhm.
I've been through this. Listen to the voice of the experience.
Mhm.
That's what I tell my kids all the time.
If I
And
can do it, you can do it.
you know how kids are. They think like they know everything. And I'm like, no, you don't.
Mhm.
I'm a step ahead of you. So no, you don't. And they make the little things like
The
big.
best, one of the best quotes ever.
I was like, no.
All that I know is I know nothing.
I'm like, no. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta let them kids do whatever they're gonna do so they can learn the hard way.
Mhm.
And trust me, they learn the hard way.
Why do you think I have my mom?
The what?
Why do you think I don't want none?
I'm actually surprised you don't want any kids. I'm happy because I don't want any kids. I'm too old for that.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Maybe there's a past trauma. My dad used to say you'd be a shitty fucking father when I was a kid, so maybe that's where I adopted the thought. Maybe that's a trauma I never dealt with.
Mhm. But
I know how I am. I go into things I like, and I become obsessed. So it would be hard for me to be a dad. Like I
I
liked
think it is.
movies and acting. I've been so obsessed with that. Even this on the channel, I get obsessed with this, and we're together sometimes, and you'll see me on the computer. I'm making merch. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm answering somebody. I'm on the phone while I'm at your house, and we're
Mhm.
supposed to be sleeping together. I'm taking client calls, or I'm going and sending people audio messages, walking around the house.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's not a hustle mentality, but it becomes that way because whatever you're passionate about, you hustle on it.
Yep. You don't have to worry about kids bothering you.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Just me,
yeah, just you.
which I don't really care. I'm like, all right, go ahead, do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm. And you help me with shit.
Mhm.
It's like sorry guys. I was gonna cut it out before we started eating, but I'm getting hungry. We're still going.
Mm.
Um, I like the testimony I heard from you earlier about your experience with the homeless lady when you were young.
Oh my god,
That's
for
that's a
real.
good testimony from this lady. Spoke her reality into existence. Lily used to work at a reception. Want to talk about it? Unless you're eating, I'll tell it. I'll tell a quick recap.
Well, I could talk and you could eat because that's getting cold.
That's all right. I got the cigar, so I don't
So,
want your food to get cold.
well, that's what I thought too because you have half your. I'm almost done.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what had happened was it's like I actually remember this because we were just talking about hair salons, right?
Mhm.
So the specific hair salon that he said brought me back a memory I had years ago. I used to work as a receptionist, a 24-hour receptionist, and my shift was overnight. It was on downtown, somewhere in Skokie. So this homeless lady came into the front desk, right? It was a huge lobby. It was two automatic doors. There was one automatic door, a little hallway, like a lobby little place, and then another automatic door, and a long lobby going to my desk, to the front desk. So then this lady came up to me, right? I was thinking maybe, I don't know, she needs assistance with the apartment, I don't know, whatever, a room, whatnot. And then she came to me, she's like, hey, can I like sleep? Because there was two benches in that little lobby in the front between those two automatic doors. And she's like, I'm like, oh my God. Mind you, this was after midnight. It was like literally after midnight. So everything like was quiet, everybody was asleep, everything was like it was just like it was just
Was this like a
silence.
hotel you were a receptionist at?
It was like an apartment building,
Oh.
but they used it for different things like apartment, like seniors,
Oh, okay.
students. So I mean, I guess you could call it like an apartment building.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so this lady comes, right? And I'm like, okay. And she's like, oh, can I sleep in the benches? Cause I have, I have nowhere to go or sleep. I want a warm place to sleep or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, like I don't think you could do that. You can't do that because I'm gonna get fired. So, she was asking me. She's like, basically, I'm not gonna say like begging me, but I try to understand her side of the story, like try to understand her or whatever. And then I'm like, okay, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I was scared because that's my job. But you know what? It's like I said, if you don't risk it, then you're not gonna know. And I always I'm crazy like that. I always risk a lot of shit. So the thing I'm like, okay, you know what? It's okay. Go sleep. And she's like, okay, she was very grateful. And she's like, I'm gonna leave like around 6 o'clock before people started coming in and out or whatever. I'm like, okay, fine. As long as you leave by a certain time, then you'll be fine and I'll be fine. Because then I'm gonna get fired. So I'm like, okay, it is what it is. So my mentality was like, okay, if I'm gonna get fired, I'm gonna get fired for this. But it's like, man, I feel bad because it's like she needs help. So I'm like, okay. So she will come, she will talk to me, and she told me one time, she's like, you know what? I'm going to school to be like to work in a hair salon. I'm like, and she's homeless, and I'm like, oh, I guess, my thought was like, okay, whatever, like, I
An
didn't
optical
know
illusion,
I
yeah.
didn't know any better,
Mhm.
like I came to learn a lot of things down the road. I was
Mhm.
still learning. I'm still learning. But anyways, so she was telling me that she's going to school, whatever, then she's in a tight spot, that she's trying to get her life together, whatever. But anyways, so yeah, she told me that story. And then I was like, okay, whatever, I guess, just having a simple conversation with the person. So she left, right? She did left before everybody came, like the workers and the tenants, whatever. And then she came back and she looked so different. I was like, I'm like, okay. I took it like any other person. And as she got closer to me to the front desk, I saw her and I remember who she was. I'm like, oh my God, it's a totally different person. And she comes and she shows me her certificate that she was qualified to cut hair at I think it's Great Clips,
Great Clips or Sports Clips, they look
something
alike.
like that.
Mhm.
I think it's the same company or
Mhm.
whatever. So she showed me a certificate that she was certified to cut hair now. And she told me that she worked somewhere around there where I worked or whatever, and that she started working. She looked better, and I was like, oh my God,
There's a testimonial.
yeah. And I was like, now as I see it down the road, like down the years later, I'm like, oh my God. See, this is why I feel that,
That was the spoken word. She was speaking it into existence.
right. So I was like, oh my God, that is crazy how things are.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I say: if you don't risk it, you're not gonna find out. And with me, when I come to jobs, I guess I always risk it. It's like I took it as like, all right, if I get fired, then I'll look for another job.
Yep.
Even now, like even I told my boss not that long ago,
Mhm.
and I told her, I'm like, look, I'm a type of person that always try to take responsibilities, no matter how bad the situation is.
Mhm.
And if it's good, it's good. If it's not, if I'm gonna get fired, oh well, I gotta look for another job. I don't care.
Mhm.
Because it came down to what we were having a conversation, because there was this young girl that left her a note
Mhm.
saying that she quit. That was it.
I quit over
Imagine
text
these
message.
young people nowadays.
Yeah, I quit over text
These
message.
young people left this young girl. She was probably like in her 20s, young 20s, very young girl. Left her a note on her desk, on my supervisor's desk, saying that she quit. And that was it. So we were all baffled about that. We're like, what the hell? Like, what's going on with these kids nowadays? It's like they literally don't care about anything.
Mhm.
And I was like, man, I don't know, because maybe they live with their parents, or I don't
Mhm.
know. But me, I guess, because I learned, because I was a single mom since I was like 16 years old or whatever, I came to learn not only that, but the way my dad disciplined me when I was young, like going back to, how strict my dad was. It was like kids nowadays is like they don't even care no more, you know.
Mhm.
And now me, it's like, man, I learned to move quick, it's like, okay. And I told my boss, I'm like, you know what, these people nowadays do not take up responsibility for anything. And like, if I did something wrong, I recognize it and I admit it. And if it could be fixed, it could be fixed. If
Mhm.
I'm gonna get fired, I'm gonna get
Oh, you
fired.
turned them
I
off.
turn them off, yeah. And that's it. you know so you know and she was like, like, I guess she was surprised by the answer I told her.
Yeah, that's how I mean. Most people are like when you say that bold, brazen impotence that you will say whatever and you're not afraid of what consequences. But I like that story though you told earlier because I was like, man, that's speaking the word into
That is
existence.
crazy.
I was telling people. That's what I said. Don't tell people if you believe if you tell someone something and they don't believe what you say and you think and it's going to knock you up
Hmm.
and it's going to knock you off, it's going to knock you off of your belief system. Then don't tell nobody. But if you're confident enough that I'll tell
Thank
you,
you. What is the channel?
chat with this
Channel.
channel.
Thank you.
I like Lily being on here. But yeah, I like that story. You told me that earlier, so I want to tell that too.
Mhm.
Let me see. Eli, red pill killed my desire to date for a long time.
What is the red pill?
I'll tell you in a second. Glad, love, assumption, scent. a life raft to fish me out. Well, yeah, I'm glad because remember, yup, we used to talk about that, and then you told me there was a pink pill, which I didn't even know about.
I don't even know what those pills are.
So I'll tell you real quick what red pill is.
I remember
Red
the
pill?
blue chew pill.
Oh yeah, yeah, she fucking hit my blue chew, but luckily I had some honey today. Yeah, I need some more.
Oh my god.
But yeah, she hid my blue chew from my friend. Shout out to Chris. Thank you for the blue chews while we were drunk handing me blue chews. What do you call it? So the red pill is essentially it's also called men go the other way, which is a weird name. Men go the other way does not necessarily mean we're interested in women no more, but it means red pill is like, I'm trying to think of a good way to phrase it. Basically, fuck bitches, get money. Like all women are gonna fuck you over. They're all whores. They're all this. They're all
wow.
that. They're all
okay.
like if you get a girl, unless you're the richest guy in the room, she don't want to be with you.
Okay.
If you're a bum, like whatever. So
Makes sense.
basically, all women are out to fuck you over. And then Yup told me years ago, there's
a pink pill.
a pink pill. Pink pill is the female equivalent. Like, I'm a boss bitch. I don't submit to nobody. I don't do this shit. And then so it's like both of those.
I get where she's coming from.
No, but yeah, she taught me about it. So it's like it's hard to have a relationship with a girl who's in the pink pill because she thinks she's in a masculine energy, which I'm not gonna bullshit because she was kind of like pink pill, and then I was kind of red pill.
I'm still kind of are, but I kind of limit myself.
But you submit and become feminine at times because
I limit myself.
But yeah, like you're different now. But the pink pill is like, oh, I'm a boss bitch. I don't need no one to do nothing. And
I get where she's coming from.
No, but she was not. Well, she joined that community for a while, and just like I was red pill because if somebody burns you, like if a woman fucks you over, like when I was like, well, is law of assumption real, or did you like, or what these guys saying real? She's always gonna fuck you over. She'll leave you for another guy in a second, and all they care about is sex and whoever has the next bit of money or whatever. So like, you get burned one time, you start looking for how it applies in your life.
Mm-hmm.
I look nasty.
It's a bone.
That piece. It was what?
It's a bone.
Oh, it was a bone?
Yeah.
I was like, what is that? Fat or a bone? I was like, why is it brown? But yeah, so basically red pill is men think they're better than women and women think they're better than men. Men think they don't need women. And like one of the red pill lines is like, if you're going to start a business, start it with your boys. Don't do it with a woman because she'll fuck you over. She's not smart enough to maintain a business, blah, blah, blah. Which is like, you're actually the one helping me right now. I mean, shout out to Gary. You helped me too. Ink, you clipped a couple videos for me too. I appreciate you on that. And appreciate you too, Gary, if you're on here. But yeah, you're the one helping me too. So like, if I submitted to that where it's like, oh, women are stupid and they don't know how to do shit, and you stayed to like, no, I'm a boss bitch and I'm gonna do whatever I want, whenever I want, and never act feminine for him and like submit to him, then it's like, because in the Bible, like this is where all the biblical people are like, we need a woman to submit. It's like, to a degree, it's like when we're in the bedroom and stuff, it's like the man pays the man, the woman pays the woman, and no strap-ons or nothing like that. Like, but like, so like that is the argument to it, where it's like a woman can step up to help her man, like, oh, we're running a business together. The woman steps up in a masculine role like that. But if he says, no, babe, this is how I'm running the business, she's like, I respect you. You know what? You know best.
That's like civil human beings.
Yeah, you know more. Like, you know more in this realm. Or it's okay for a woman to step up and say, you know what, respectfully, hey, here's my opinion, but if you don't want to take it, not like I'm a boss bitch and this and that. Like the boss bitch community and the fucking men go the other way, red pill shit, that they're both kind of toxic communities because they have no trust and no faith. Like when you're talking about taking risks and going in faith, they're both just so on guard from the other sex that they don't ever want to, like, well, I'm not going to do nothing for her. Like, I won't take her on a date. I won't do this. I won't do that because I ain't no simp. Or I'm not going to do this for him because he didn't earn it. Like, I do my own shit. So it's like those communities are like, women are looking for men to fuck them over. Men are looking for women to fuck them over.
Well, see, that's what messes up a relationship. Yes, if you hate on each other and envy each other and be jealous at each other, the relationship is gonna go to the shits.
Yep, and that's where it comes from.
Yeah, it does.
Oh man, I'm seeing more shit. Sorry guys, I'm going through it. Let's see. went too far back.
Say what, baby?
I went too far back. Oh, she said red pill kill. Okay, Courtney, what's up? If you're still here, you guys match yellow and blue.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. I love Lily being here. Great great seamless input and such great energy. I wish I could have been around to see it happen in real time. Well, it would be one thing. Yup, but it was another thing going through it, as we all know. Angelica is the FU method. Oh, I see the second half. I'll do it. Okay. You write about it. Anything you like, dear money. I say whatever you want and then throw it away. Heard something paddling out in the water.
There's a lot of people out there on the boats.
Is there?
Yeah, you heard the little boat up
Oh,
there?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Yum said, Bart, I need my SP to clap my cheeks right now.
It's funny.
Like your fears and all limiting beliefs and then rip it up. I like that method though, Angelica. Am I supposed to cuss out my fears too? If you want to, yup. I mean, like I did. I said, anyone who's like, fuck you, like I'm better than this situation. The situation has no effect on me. Fuck you. I got this, and I'm the baddest. Not that they're the baddest bitch, fucking, because you don't want to go to that community pink pill. But basically, you're a bad bitch, and nobody's gonna fuck with you in that realm of like what you were fearing. Then affirm positive ones. I like Lily being here. It helps you to release all those fears and continue to persist in the new story. Exactly. All the hearts. That's not true though. There are good men and women though. Exactly, Angelica. See, that's the thing. People get so into the like those communities where it's like it's all or none, meaning like, oh, all women are like this or all men are like that. That's wrong. That's like it's the same thing of like if you're like being racist, it's like, oh, all of this particular race are like this or all of that. Every person is different, but we're all one. At the end of the day, we're all one, which is everyone as you pushed out. Angelica, that's the best idea. You can see I love to write. That's good. No, I'm glad that she helped you find a method too. Yes, I got it from another YouTuber. Morning bird, it's already done. How does it feel right now? Feeling fulfilled after an act the way make you feel in peace. Exactly. Both pills are each sex and so toxic. It's all about pessimistic beliefs and hopeful minimal about pessimistic beliefs to hopefully minimize the future pain and disappointment, but you get disappointed. Exactly, Eli, because you're expecting it to be a bad outcome, so you're putting yourself in a bad outcome state before it even happens. And then when it happens, I was prepared for this. I knew it was going to happen. And then women like, yeah, all dudes fuck me over anyway, so fuck them. I just use them for sex. Oh, that's all I need. And then it's like, yeah. But then at the end of the day, when you're laying in bed alone, yeah, I don't need no man. And then when a guy's like, I fuck all these bitches, I'm laying in bed with all the women. Something feels empty. And like so, like at the end of the day, but they're too afraid. It comes from a very fearful thing. Hey, Dal, I get so much.
I got so much to sing on the red pill.
Oh yeah, yeah. There you go. I am snuggling with SP nearly 24/7 on the edge of delusion. I feel her on my shoulder, on the couch, on my lap. Those sweet cheeks at night. God's word never returns unto him void. Exactly, bro. I mean, look I used to do all the same shit with her. Now here she is, and I got these cheeks right here. But the audio pick it up.
We're gonna get banned for
this.
Yeah,
YouTube's gonna be like, get your finger on her butt. Yes, faith and trust. Yes, faith and trust is what we're missing. Going to put those on the manifesting list. Exactly. And feel it now. That's the detachment part where I'm going to go out and be confident and do what I want to do because I'm not afraid anything bad's going to happen to me because I walk in faith. God protects me. God's with me. And when you have that faith in yourself and you just walk forward, you'll be fine.
You know what works for me a lot now? I noticed that in the morning, as soon as I wake up, before touching your phones. Yeah. That's the first thing we all do.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, let me see who texts me. Let me see who emails me. No. Yeah. You need to put that aside. And then you got to, you wake up in the morning. And then for me, like I said, I pray, for it to be a good day, for a certain person to be good, or, have a positive day or a positive week, whatever. Same thing before you go to bed. Leave your phone alone or whatever. And then like I said, for me, I pray, and sometimes in the middle of my prayer, I knock out.
Yeah, which is good. That's why people are like, oh, if I fall asleep during my visualization,
I knock
and
out.
visualization is just it's a
It
visualized
is
prayer,
good
and
because you like for me, I sleep at peace.
mhm,
And next thing my alarm goes off is like, really?
yeah. But
It's time
then
for go
but
to
then
work.
and then you say, I'm thankful I woke up. Like on the nights
No, yeah.
when I sleep at your house and I have to wake up 3 4 hours earlier than I usually do,
Mm-hmm.
I say, thank you for waking me up early next to the woman I love.
Yeah,
Thank you for waking me up to go to the gym right now. Thank you that I have
exactly.
life and I have strength and I have this and that.
Yeah, just
There's always
just
a positive.
just to just wake up.
Yeah.
I feel so grateful because I just what
I
you
just
say?
saw erection quality LMO.
I know this chat is going a little bit
Yeah.
crazy.
Chat, settle down, chat, settle down. I didn't even have my blue chew yet.
That had to come out.
Yes.
That had to come out. Oh my
Oh,
god.
let's see. I'm about to pop my own cherry and go pee in a second. Remember the beginning of the channel when the guys on here were shocked that there were beautiful, lovely girls wanting men that didn't want them yet, and I thought men couldn't have EQ. I'm trying to remember what's EQ. But no, I remember though me and Yup was the one who told me about Hank Pill because when she got on here, she's like, she was only used to men who think that women aren't shit and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
she was only used to men like that, and she didn't think that there were enlightened men who wanted to go on romantic dates and do stuff like I wanted to do with you and stuff like that. And then all the men were only experiencing what I was experiencing
Mhm.
with you. It's like I'm putting my heart out here and giving it to you, and you're stepping on it and fucking me over and hurting me, but
Mhm.
I can't give up on you. And like so many women on here are looking for guys like that. So at the beginning of it, it's like there was almost like a little bit of a dating game going on in the beginning of the channel, and I'm still trying to figure out what's happening with the channel. And yeah, that was like
What
the
did Courtney
beginning.
said? She
Let's see.
said something.
Let's
She said
see. Oh, she
before.
said a lot.
Yeah.
I'm with someone right now, and we're both old school and agreed for it to be male leadership. And what's funny is when I surrendered to that, I'm very happy too because I get to sit back and relax. What's funny is the more I surrender to that, just have good thoughts and trust that he caters to me and asks me my opinion and makes sure I'm taken care of.
Yes,
Exactly.
girl.
That's the thing.
Yes, girl.
That's the
You're right.
that's the
Yes.
thing. So like
Sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I feel like that when I'm with him, even though he's younger than me,
mhm,
because I have dealt everything by myself. Like I said, I've been so independent that I have been a mother and a father of 3 kids, and I came to learn to do everything by myself with no man in my life because the man I had in my life were worthless. Like, I learned the hard way, but at the end, I we always find someone that
mhm,
actually are good for us, and it feels good when you just like let that go, and you feel like a heavy stress out of your shoulder. You're like, okay, I could kind of relax and lay back and let him deal with it.
yeah.
And it feels good to that. So I totally agree with you on that one.
And then for the men out there, it's like it's the same thing to us. Men, we have like women. Like here's where I will agree with the red pill. Red pill, they say they're like men are born, and I'm quoting Andrew Tate. Men are born inherently worthless. Women have a value when they're born. Women can bring life into the world. Men can't do anything other than shoot a load, and every guy can do that. But then women who can born, they could have babies.
Mhm,
Um, we have to build the character of life.
mhm.
So men like to feel needed. So we like to step up and do the shit that we have to do.
Kind of
It's
to go
getting
like,
dark, right?
yep.
I was
You
thinking we
kind of
should
do
go.
it a little bit like this.
Yeah.
You know how to
Let's
turn
do-
this out a little
yeah.
bit around. There you go.
Yeah, I think it locked up.
Little
That's
bit
a
of
good
light.
call. See?
A little bit of light. It's a little bit dark.
Yep.
There you
There
go.
we go. That
It's
should
a
be
little
good.
bit, a little bit
I'll
bright.
stand right. Yeah, I'll stand right here over this. So
Mhm.
basically, yeah, it's like we like to feel
Hey,
value.
mine is younger too. Hey, girl.
Yeah, there you go.
Sometimes the younger ones are the best ones because
Yeah.
these older men nowadays, yeah, sometimes they don't got it like that.
And we choose Bluetooth by option, not by.
You don't need Bluetooth.
We don't need it. But I'm curious of the effects. Can I become stronger faster than possible? Yeah, but the whole thing is like, yeah, so when women become like that, they're like more surrendered, let the man do what he's got to do to lead, but value her
What you
opinion.
say? So I could buzz bitch all the day and then what? And then get to be my.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes you gotta be dominant.
That's-
Sometimes.
That's what, yeah, because she does like a lot of business deals and stuff like that. And like she's actually like a very successful businesswoman, but then like she gets to go home and then be a woman instead of
God
having to
bless.
be like
God bless
she's,
for that.
She's like mainly in a male.
God bless,
industry.
Courtney. Yes.
What's up, Mystic? Been following your advice and taking a step back from SP, and it feels relieving. I'm creating a routine that I can do on my day that involves me manifesting my SP. I love it still, Shorty. Good. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. We all need to go. We all need like that. We all need to go in like that. I keep wanting not to be delusional, but I should be delusional because the current reality it's giving me that because the current sorry I've been drinking but it's also
I've been
because
drinking. I've been drinking.
but I should be delusional because of the current reality isn't giving me that horizontal refreshment. Oh, that's yeah, the horizontal. I was like, that's why I'm like, I'm not really drinking. That's what you said, horizontal refreshment. Yeah, we'll have some horizontal refreshment after the live. I like that. Cougar Squad. EQ is emotional intelligence. Oh, okay, perfect. Oh, yeah. You were thinking men weren't emotionally intelligent, but really you see that so many of us are, especially the young ones too. At the first, the men didn't believe women could even be lonely. It's like we all walked each other out of the pill community. We did, yeah, we all did walk out of the pill community together because we're like, wait, no, not all women are the same, and not all men are the same.
No, they're not.
There's good women and there's good men, and we realized everyone who's been bad, they could change too.
Mm-hmm. I think we all to a point in life that we do change.
Yes.
I know I did.
Yes, you did. I'm not super old school, but I still love the idea of being masculine. I love my woman looking up to me and letting me do things for her and still wanting to be independent enough. Exactly. That's why I love too, because there's sometimes where it's like some women, like this is what I'll say about the younger women. They want to, like, for me, this was not something I wanted. Some guys might want it, but it's like do everything, pay for everything, do everything. But like there are times, I mean, I don't let you pay, but there's times you offer to pay for shit. And then there's like, or you'll be like, oh, I can handle this. And it's like, sometimes I am actually burned out because I am doing a lot. And it's like, yeah, that's fine. You could do it this time. But then, or it's like, I'm going to take care of this. I'll take care of it for you. And then you're like, no, it's okay. I could do it. Oh, thank you. Because I really didn't have time for that. But it's like, there's the independence where you could do it on your own and you don't need me, but you choose to trust me. And it's almost
Should
like,
we go like inside or something?
Yeah, I was
It's
thinking
getting
that
dark.
too. It is
I'm
getting
gonna
too
try to
dark.
turn on the porch light.
It is on.
No, the other one inside.
Oh, yeah. We'll move it inside and then we'll start wrapping up soon because I'm going to enjoy myself.
The what?
Oh, nothing. I said, oh, we'll start wrapping up in a little bit. I'm just going to enjoy myself. Well, look, that's good lighting right here.
I told you.
But I don't want to sit in them chairs. There's too many spiders.
No, there's still a
I don't know,
couch.
maybe spiders. And I got to go pee.
Oh my goodness.
Here, let's see if we could
You
squat.
don't think you can put it on the floor?
Oh, yeah, we could go on the floor.
There you go.
Should we just leave it like that? Is
Yep.
that a good angle, or we go up
That's
a little?
good. No, it's good.
Because I'm taller than you, though, so I don't know if it's going to be too.
Oh, I don't know about
Let me
that.
go
Yeah,
up
it might
just
probably a little bit.
That's. Let me see. Because I'll sit down with it for a second. Yeah. Because see, now I look bald. Go up just a little more.
Uh-huh. Good. That's way
Okay,
better.
perfect. Look at the
That's
whole
way better.
time. Sorry, you had to see my six-pack, everybody. And just put that away.
Somewhere in there. They're
It's
hidden in there.
Yeah, under the shirt. Nowhere else. Let's see. I see other couples and I see me and SP in them where I used to be in pain when I saw couples together. Now I'm just waiting patiently on the seed to sprout at its appointed hour while enjoying the process. Exactly, Bart.
Mhm.
That's right where you need to be. That's what I did. And sometimes I was having panic attacks through it, but it still happened. And you're in the right space of mind and the perfect space of mind for that. And yeah, don't get jealous of other people too. It's like they said when you see somebody else who's financially abundant or things are working out for them financially, don't be like, oh, I wish that was me and fuck them. They don't deserve it. No, be like, I bless you for winning the lottery, and then
Yes.
more money comes your way.
Yes, it is true.
Courtney, love it for sure. I went from 65 to 37. You, yeah, I think 65 might need a couple blue chews to get through the day. What? Who knew everyone was? Wait, who knew everyone here was cougars and cougar singers? You can come to my channel.
Imagine, oh my God,
It is pretty much. Let's see.
it's a lot.
Eli wants someone older. Bart, I don't know if you're going for older. Courtney wants a younger guy who has a younger guy. Inked, they're the same age as her SP. Yep, you got a younger guy. Who else has been commenting? I want to say Mitzi's SP is probably about the same age, but she's not here today. Nick and his nip slip.
You know, even my best friend, she says she wants to get a younger guy too. She had a younger guy.
I
before,
remember.
Remember that?
Yeah.
She had
OnlyFans dropping one. Your
Yeah.
outfits are too cute. Thank you. We didn't
That
plan
was
this either.
unexpected though.
We both came out of the bathroom at the same time. Right. But what were you gonna say?
No, my best friend, she had I think the same age as me and you.
It was the
she's
same,
she's a little bit older.
and he was
She's,
older than me.
I think she was I think he was probably the same age as you,
Okay.
and she was older.
How
She
many-
kind of beat me though.
is she a lot older than you?
Yes,
She
by
doesn't-
no, not too much. By like
A year?
maybe no, maybe like by three years,
Oh, okay.
give or take 3-4 years.
And we're 16 years apart. Damn, she had a real cougar, 20 years almost.
She beat me.
Yeah.
She beat me. Yeah.
Mine,
I
mine
think
is.
even the guy she's with right
6
now,
months younger.
you know, the
I'm
guy she's
20.
with right now is a little bit younger than her still.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, not too much, but yeah, a little bit
I want to
younger.
try out the lotion.
A little bit younger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still kind of
By
a cougar.
like by maybe like I think I might say maybe by like not even 10 years. It's there.
Damn. Oh, so it's still
He's
like
on his 30s.
he's in his early 30s,
I think mid 30s.
mid 30s.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, about 10 years still. That's crazy because I'm thinking what how old she is.
Yeah, she's 40. I think she's
45.
45. I think.
Okay.
Give or take. And she's my best friend though.
Damn,
I'm like,
damn,
wait a minute.
you're gonna be about looking. My best friend's 38.
Mm-hmm.
The best friend is 3 years older than me too. I think, ah, so- damn, that's gotta be close to 30.
Mm-hmm.
My other two friends are like 31 and
And
38.
breathing works. Over 18 and breathing works.
I don't care about the age. I don't care age discriminate. No, I don't age discriminate. 18 and breathing works. That's funny. Only with finally. You take over the chat. You know enough about manifesting. Go
I
ahead.
try. Let's see. It says, but I can understand the younger Jen is, let's see, different and feels like handicapped when it comes to EQ. Okay. Let me see. I don't age discriminate. Okay, I got you, girl. Yup. Mine is exactly 6 months younger, and I'm 27. Okay. Still cougars. Your outfits are too cute. Thank you, Courtney. OnlyFans, okay. Let's see. I like when women pays, and I get to be passenger princess for that. Hey, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, Eli. Sometimes girls sometimes actually do need to kind of like do what men do, like pay for the bill or whatever. So like a lot of guys do like that though, and I think it's a very good attraction though. Sometimes when I tell him I'm gonna pay, he was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes, I'll pay. It's okay. Don't worry about it." And then he still sits there and he still thinks about it. I'm like, "Yeah, it's okay. I'll pay." And then yeah, he kind of feels weird about it. But
Oh,
no, Eli, he was
Oh.
saying about that how women like when they pay too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
good makes look a princess. He says. Let me see. Oh, here you go. Sometimes I like when my women pay pays and I get the passenger princess for the night.
I like that too sometimes.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Sometimes men do need that.
Yeah. Let us be the princess a little bit.
Mhm.
I would pay or switch off. Whoever plans the date pays. Well, that's how I always plan.
Sometimes it is good like that. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's kind of good to 50-50 sometimes.
Exactly. No, sorry, I was just trying to catch up on what I missed.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, hello. I had to let out a big fart in there too.
Ew.
I was better off than in. I always say I didn't want to do it on stream.
Oh no.
Or we do bets on who pays for the date. I like that. Let's start
That's a
gambling.
good one though.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
do
good
like
one
that.
though. But you know me, I'll be honest, be like, hey, I can't do this time. We can't play that.
Yeah.
But but I was saying that sometimes when I say that I'll pay and you'll be like, are you sure? And
Yeah.
I'm like, are you sure about that?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, yes, it would be good once in a while. Doesn't hurt to pay
Yeah.
sometimes. But he gets offended sometimes. Most of the time.
Sometimes. Eli, I look like a boss bitch on the outside, but would love a guy who takes the lead so I can just relax sometimes. I think a lot of people have been burned in that dynamic. Exactly, I think so too. And then there's just like a fear of opening up too.
It is.
That's the most attractive dynamic to me. Exactly, Eli, I feel the same way too. It is where it's like they look like they can handle their own shit. They can't handle their own shit, but then you let me handle it for you. I like to do it. But I like it when men take the lead too. See, it's like a natural. I think it's a natural thing in humans where it's like men like to take the lead and women like to give the lead.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, like, it's like what I learned too with coaching, and then from you, and then from what I've seen, women who've been on their own for so long, they develop more of that masculine trait of I'll just do it myself, and then it becomes a turnoff, and that's why they stay like this is the red pill argument because I don't believe in limitations to anything, but it does make it a little bit difficult from my own personal experience too. It's like I can do it myself. Why do I need you? Then it's like, well, yeah, what am I hanging around here for if I'm useless to you? And then it kind of demoralizes the men a little bit, I think, and that's why a lot of those women wind up being single for so long. And then it's why I learned here it was almost something like where they'll admit to me, it's like it feels unnatural to be that certain way, but then they do act that way, and then they feel better about themselves when they let someone.
Yeah, that's why sometimes when they mention that,
yeah,
sometimes everybody's story is different.
yeah,
Like when it came from me, it's because my story is different.
yeah,
I had to be a single mom since I was 16, so I had to be independent like that.
yeah.
You get me?
Mhm.
Because it's not about mommy and daddy anymore.
Yeah,
It's about you trying to raise that child
yeah.
on
You've
your
taken on the
own,
responsibility,
right? On your
Yeah.
own, and trying to go through all these different things, trying to finish school, try to work, try to provide for your child, try to see who's gonna babysit because you gotta go to school, you gotta go to work, whatever it is. So it's like you kind of like it's a big switch
Mhm.
on somebody like that. So your mentality has to switch the same way.
Yeah,
Your brain has to switch. Everything has to switch because you got to figure out something for that child. It's not only
Yeah.
you anymore. It's like that child.
and then once you get into that mode, it's hard to break out
It
of it.
is. It
Yeah.
is very hard because then you meet somebody and then it's like, okay, you'll be fine. But then when they try to switch you over and be like, no, you're not going to treat me like that because I don't deserve to be treated like that.
Yeah,
So it's like you get through a lot of experience that your mind is just like it's locked in there
yeah.
and it's hard to unlock it.
And then you start taking things
And-
that are not men trying to show you what to do. They're just
Exactly.
trying
And
to take the
sometimes-
lead, but you take it the wrong way.
Right. And sometimes when there's a person out there for you, your mentality and you're so used to like going back again you're so used to that traumatization
Mhm.
that is like, oh my God, I'm scared. I can't do this. I gotta do this by myself. No.
And you sabotage yourself before it gets
Right.
a chance.
Right, exactly.
Mhm.
Because you have that mentality that person is gonna mess you up,
Yeah,
because that's how they have done you before.
yeah,
So it's just hard to break out of that shell, and try to put yourself out there
yeah.
because you're scared to just put yourself out there,
Mhm.
and it's like you peek out there and it's like, should I like let me just
Yeah.
like you're like a
But
baby. It's like,
and it's
oh,
fear.
it is.
Yeah.
So that's I guess I came to learn to risk a lot of things at the end of the day. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm like, okay, God, okay, you got me right. It's like,
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
you got me right. This is my thing. God, you got me right. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take this, right? You only know what you're doing.
Yeah.
God, please tell you got me. Tell me you got me. I'm like, okay, I'm doing this. And that's how you learn. And that's
Yeah.
how you get to learn how to, to try to find out
Yeah.
things.
Hmm.
And sometimes when you actually put yourself out there, you're like, okay, you actually found that person. It's like, okay, cool,
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have to go through a lot of things, like how me and you've been through so many things, up and downs, worse, bad, whatever.
Hmm.
And it's
But
like,
those bad things wouldn't have. The bad things brought us to the good things.
right. See, now that like now I came to
That's why
see,
it's all a bridge.
right. And now that we came to see how we each other are, like it's like, man, what else am I looking for? Shit, we like go to the bathroom together and it's like, oh, okay, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
I'm
whatever.
looking for something at the bathroom while you're peeing. I just open the door, you're peeing. It's like,
I'm like, I'm
honestly,
peeing. You're like,
I'm
okay.
like, okay, I'm looking for something.
I'm like, okay.
There's no storage in this place for like anything. So it's like all the bags are in the
Oh my
bathroom.
God.
So I'm like, yeah, and I'm farting right in here looking for something.
Oh my God.
Let's see what it Chat, Nick, Lily, much love. It's 3 a.m. and it's time for 3 a.m. in the morning. Thank you for the live and all the beautiful words. God bless you all. Everything
Aw,
will work
okay.
out in our favor. Exactly, Bart.
Yes, Bart.
Everything is working out in our favor. God bless
It
you
is.
too. Everything's working out and you're going to be just fine. And
You're
have a great night's
good.
sleep.
Good
King.
night.
Courtney, I had a 21-year-old last month.
Wow. Okay.
He fucked me into the future. and now I hate that I was religious and prejudiced. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Oh, no.
Go to cancel, babe. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. I missed it. Hold on. I'm struggling to see it for some reason. You got the glasses on.
All right. It says, okay, I had a 21-year-old last month. He FKD me into the future. I know, because I now hate that I was religious and prudish at the age. Just learned what I missed out and went into
an existential crisis. And well, I mean, why not just manifest him back? I mean, there's nothing. I mean, you're probably if you're the one who pushed him away, you're the one who did the blocking and stuff. You know, young guys would be chasing that
morning
old.
Bart, no guilt and shame and bedroom as long as it's fun. Every in adult, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Good. I'm so glad that Courtney's out there though.
Yeah, exactly.
She's out there. I like that.
Yeah. Well, that will, yeah, her and what's it called? Yup.
And Bart too.
Yeah, exactly.
Good. And Eli.
Oh yeah,
All
with
of
them.
them are
Oh yeah,
in
we
there,
got dropped down to 3. It's like The Last of Us. So I think once Bart's done, it will be just us, Yup, and Courtney.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a good way because my eyes are starting to burn from being up too long. But and then also we have to enjoy a little bit of time too and fuck someone into the future as well. Oh, Inked is still here. That's who it is. I'm like, who's the other viewer? And then it went back up again. But yes, I plan to lubricate cheeks with tears and what was the other? That was what Bart said. And what was the other one? Fuck someone into the future. Oh my God. Sorry, chat. It is time for me
I
to
really
get
hope we're not flagged for this.
No.
It's
funny. They won't flag me for this, but they'll flag me
for some other shit.
For this. They'll get me on this. They'll get
or
me on
that.
or this, yeah. But looks like they didn't get me at all. We'll see when we close it out.
But, I know. We'll find out.
But yes, like Bart said, God bless you guys. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. I hope this helped some of you. Yup. If you really do need to send me a message, you send me an email. And Inked.
Depression be gone.
Yes, depression be gone. You have no power here. Depression has no power here.
No.
We rebuke that power that's got over it. You take it away. You only focus on the good, and you're going to get your 21-year-old back or whatever age you want. and you're gonna get fucked into all the good futures and timelines
Don't
that you
let
want.
depression overpower you.
No, you have the power. The depression
Yes.
doesn't. You allowed the depression to have the power.
Yes.
You allow the trauma and bad experiences to have the power, so you take the power back.
Yes.
Let's see. Gutters need to be cleaned. I've been cleaning the gutters since I got here, man. I gotta keep cleaning them.
He's deep cleaning that. All right.
Oh, I'm glad you were there too. She's that Lily on the heart laughing at flowers. You can't fuck this up. Yes, you can't fuck this
You
up.
can't.
So with that, guys, you can't fuck this up. I love you very much.
What did he
And
say? There's a question in there first.
oh
Before
no,
we
she
now.
was. Oh, she was asking about.
How are you? Oh, that's for ink.
Oh, for Inked. Yeah. I don't know if Inked is still here, but good to see you guys all talking. Like I said, if you go to the Discord, if you want to continue the stuff, I won't really be posting it too much while I'm here cleaning gutters. Got a lot of chores to take care of while I'm out here. But I love you guys very much. I'll see you Monday morning. I got videos to post. I'm posting one tomorrow, Sunday, and I should have one left over for Monday. And then I should have one for Tuesday too. And by that time I should film more. But with that, I love you guys very much. You got this. You can't fuck it up. It's all working out in your favor. And I will see you Monday morning. I swear I'm laughing too hard and I haven't smiled this big since, well, last month. Love you guys. Well, we love you too. Yep,
Love
yep. I'm glad you're laughing. I'm glad you're laughing. Like I said, if you need more laughs, we'll do the Nick and Lily stuff and you'll see me dancing and things like that.
Yeah.
And we'll try to do more of these lives. I'll try to
We'll
make more
try.
announcements.
We'll try.
Yeah, so you guys have somewhere to laugh.
Unexpected is the best. This was an unexpected video and a really good life. It went
Yes.
really long, but it was a
Yeah.
good one. But we'll try as much as we can to have lives together.
Yeah, and make some content because, like, the Mondays we get down to business, but then maybe on Fridays or Saturdays when we're together and we're doing stuff, we could bring this in and all of us talk and share positivity. And remember, we're all in this together and we're all fine and everything's working out in our favor. So we'll see you guys later. Love yous and see you Monday.